Oh,
the numbers. BJ is top 10. Speaking of top 10, y'all see what Tiger Woods did today?
So,
boy,
Brought
congratulations.
it back for us,
My
man.
man.
BJ, you need to sit up.
Black
a
and
little
East people
more.
everywhere was that.
Bang, bang.
And then Ken, you just gotta make sure you amp like a little bit. BJ.
Bang, bang.
There you go.
I shut you down.
Move
Bang,
it.
bang.
You might just need to move it back a little bit.
Bang, bang.
Well, that box is. Push
The box can be scooped back a little bit more. So can the bar stool.
Of course.
But the tape, oh, I see what you're saying.
Jesus Christ, Ryan. Angle it.
That's what the fuck I'm trying to do, buddy.
You sure?
Yeah, buddy. That's perfect right there. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want.
Shit.
What did you put? Really, why are you so amazing?
I really don't know why she said chill right now.
You're just boring.
What's up?
Did you wake up?
It's yours.
Here's your
Ryan, I'm looking to see your laptop.
Alright. That's pistol shit.
Oh.
What's wrong, Kenan?
Technical difficulty.
Let's see if I can put this on the floor. I didn't want to be in the camera and shit like that.
With the
No,
laptop.
it is.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
I cover up my face
Yeah, true.
and start the show.
This nigga the number one podcast. Number one podcast. I ain't nothing like you podcast.
Oh, man.
All-time shooter, that's a fact, nigga. Hey.
Hey, that's Nipsey,
Yeah. I'll never feel right about what happened to Nipsey, right?
So, you guys still think that it's,
Yeah.
I think government.
Here goes Ken. He gonna win this
Yeah.
argument.
we
Yeah.
never talked
You
about
got it. You got it right now. I'm not putting
How you
it.
got enough money to afford
And
that
that's what I was
lawyer?
gonna bring up. I was like, okay.
Not only
That
just
lawyer
that,
must
the
be
fact that,
expensive.
not
How you got
only
that
just
money?
that, the fact that Homeboy was, he snitched on Black Sam, the dude that killed Nipsey. He snitched on Black Sam. That's why Black Sam was in
Yeah,
jail.
locked up.
Yeah. He snitched on him, and then
Y'all want to
then
say
you
this
get
for the
out.
podcast or
You
what?
get out. I don't care what type of beef I got. I don't care what type of beef I got. I'm fresh out, and now I'm going back for life over some beef.
I don't think we should
Oh,
talk
we got
about
our
this
first
on the
game.
podcast.
We got our first game, yo.
Yeah, the government come after us.
This is the best team in the league, huh?
No, it's
I ain't
Kobe
afraid of
Bryant.
goddamn government.
It wasn't that good. It was rumored on the internet
Kobe
that he
Bryant.
said the cops
It's 7-10
was supposed to pay him $75,000.
17?
Yeah. So
I like
believe that shit.
I don't need to. KP, so I'll be
I
there.
didn't think
Chris, it's too late. Once those cameras are live,
Just go
rolling,
straight.
I'm gonna have to
that
like.
shit's open,
try to
this
go
shit's
for, like,
open, this
whatever.
shit's about to be open. They know
What about the
talking
other dude? Is he gonna?
Yeah,
You're right at your house.
You're right.
He's not
He
talking
says
about
we're
this.
He better be like, oh, he's not gonna show
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
Oh, we sure he's gonna show
Are
up?
we gonna do this year? We not. We got it.
Oh, we're not?
We got it.
If we didn't have KP and James comes out,
We had James one game.
and we needed him nigga.
Oh, y'all need Keenan.
Did you what? Talking about needing James.
Hold on, what's she saying?
We didn't. James had 2 points and yelled at the ref 30 times.
She said she's straight.
We ain't ordered no pizza.
Nah, not this time.
What did she say?
Y'all want to? I mean, I'll go in on some pizza. I haven't eaten nothing today.
I got food at home.
We're gonna have to eat what?
But I'm down.
Captain Vinny?
That's cool.
Plus we going to go hoop.
Oh yeah.
I haven't ate today, Larry.
I have eaten.
I'm dying.
How was work? It was busy.
We ain't had no bus, so that's what makes the most busy.
You niggas not quitting something?
Bro, they trash, bro. Wake up, mother sucker, it's Weezy, you got a problem. Heads to the Katrina bitches, we're still mobbing. Shiny back.
Are we recording already?
We
Oh.
live,
No, it's not.
That is.
Why'd you already start? The mic ain't connected.
just to get shit if you want to put it in the beginning. Why not?
Hydrant can't dodge it. You like getting wet in the rain. So
What am I?
She won't do that.
Wanna see what you say.
I'm so excited.
So you want me to delete it?
Boy, I'm coming back up inside. Hiding hoe, what do you know? I'm riding in the same street.
Hey, can you get shut the fuck
I got this money.
Welcome, Chris.
Oh, wait, you
What
can
project?
do it again, man.
What project was that?
Welcome to the podcast.
I think it was no.
Because today is like the anniversary of the Drought 3.
Word.
Like 10 years ago.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was some
We
fire
old.
stuff.
I saw it on Twitter like earlier today.
Where
Marcus Curry.
And D'Angelo Russell getting wins
That was
without the
shining
Lakers.
yesterday. I seen him.
I can't believe
It's
this.
okay, bro.
No, it's not okay. Kobe wouldn't let this happen to us.
Chill, bro. Okay. We're on record.
Alright, so this is random, but I was thinking about it. I don't have like a top 5 all-time greatest rappers, and I'm not talking about lyrics and bars. I'm talking like the whole package of what I think a rapper should be. I have 4, and like in no specific order. And of course, I just added this person for obvious reasons: Nipsey Hussle, Tupac Shakur, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne. I don't have a 5th person.
I don't believe that because back in high school there was one favorite.
I was
guy.
always, I mean, but that's for lyrical reasons.
But he's saying like,
But I mean, like what I think a
positive
rapper
ways,
should
yeah.
do, I don't have a 5th person
Why is Wayne in that category?
because of his work ethic. Like I don't know if I should include that. Wayne's work ethic and lyrical ability was like bananas.
Yeah.
Like that's record breaking for hip hop. There still has never been another Lil Wayne.
Even above Eminem?
His
How many
consistency
mixtapes is that?
was not with Lil Wayne.
I still
Like,
remember.
Lil Wayne got a mixtape he got mixtapes.
Do you remember when
So
they had
apologize
like,
for
that
mixtapes,
magazine cover that said the top
88.
88 songs of 2008
There's a
involving Lil Wayne?
There's a
and
top
that's
88.
1 year,
The top
top
88 in 2008.
which means that's not all the songs.
That's what I'm saying. and in that time frame, this is before Wayne like declined. Every verse was great.
Yeah.
You couldn't call any verse trash.
Skill wise, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Wayne definitely in my top 5.
Hate to say it, Wayne has surpassed Eminem.
I can see that.
And like,
I'm not mad at that.
if you ask me lyrically who I think is gonna do a better freestyle or just one like verse going in, I'm gonna say him. If you ask me for a better album, I'm gonna say Wayne. You know how I felt about the Carter 5, but like, okay, M's album was like 10, 14
You
tracks.
gave me shit though.
You
When I
could
said
take-
Wayne's
I know, but you could take 14 tracks off the Carter 5 and I would probably put it up. Because I just felt like it was a lot of tracks, but I didn't think, I got my own reasons.
No, go ahead.
Carter 2 was better than the first part, but that's not
Here we go again. Carter 3 is the best Wayne album.
Carter 3
period.
was hard.
Carter, yeah, it's
There's
better
barely
than
anything you
Carter
can
2.
skip on that.
Now look, Carter 2, because I went back and listened to it a month ago and I thought about it, all right? I thought about it because we've always had this debate. Carter 2 goes hard, but I feel like that was Wayne stepping up and he got to where he was trying to get on Carter 3. Like, Carter 3 is like, bro.
The ride, the journey onto that Carter was that.
What's the most iconic song off of Carter 2?
Okay, you
I
got the
Best
mob,
Rapper,
you
right?
have best
Oh, the Mob,
rapper,
that's
the
Mob, yeah,
mob,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have like
Wasn't Fireman on there?
Fireman was on Carter 2.
Fireman.
Carter 3 had a milli. Do I even need to keep going?
Yeah, I know.
Do I even need to? Yeah.
What are we talking
No, that was Carter 4. That was Carter 4.
Did I have no DJ too?
Lollipop is like his highest selling song of all time. It was on
What's that one
stage
with
with Carter 4.
Fabulous and
Yeah, you ain't got nothing
You
on
Ain't
me.
Got Nothing
He
on
wrecked
Me.
Fab and
Let
Joel on the
the
track.
beat bill was
Bruh.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, come on. He had Jay-Z
Jay-Z
on
on
the
it,
Carter
yeah.
3. Dr.
Mr.
Carter,
Dr.
Mr.
Carter,
Carter. Come on, bro.
Okay, but what I was gonna say about your top 5,
Uh-huh.
you don't have Kendrick or J. Cole in there.
So it's a tie between them two. And I used to say that I felt that Kendrick was better. Keenan told me a long time ago, J. Cole, you should listen to him more. And I was like, nah, I'm not trying to do it.
You're not a
I
big
used
J. Cole fan.
I used to think that J. Cole was really boring. Then I really started paying attention. I started listening. And I realized that while Kendrick, to me, may spit a better message more often than J. Cole will, J. Cole lyrically is better than Kendrick, in my personal opinion. Like, J. Cole...
Sometimes Kendrick be saying some random shit.
Yeah, it's just like he just be saying stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little disappointed because I love Good Kid.
We first got disappointed when we realized when he did his cipher, you just spit.
A lot of
something
rappers do
was
that though.
written.
A lot of rappers do that though.
But I expected Kendrick to come in that bitch like he did the last one.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. You ain't got shit unless you put some Kendrick in it. Like, you hate that shit.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
like
saying?
I loved Good Kid, and I felt like the evolution of that was To Pimp a Butterfly, and it grew on me, and I thought that was a masterpiece. But when he put out Damn, I was like, I feel like your message on Damn is backwards compared to what your message on your last two albums was. And I was like, I don't really get it. You know?
I mean, but you
I think
know,
on Damn he was trying to go for like more hits and more.
I feel like he just did whatever.
But
And I
you
feel like
know-
on some songs he just even got lazy. Like that's what God feel like. I can't rap more than 2 lines on that. Like I don't understand what I kind of get the purpose of the song, But I was like, I feel like it was a lazy track. I feel like he could have done better. It doesn't even sound like he was just trying to fit a vibe. It sounds like he was just doing whatever. And I really feel like some of his messages are like really confusing sometimes. I really be trying to get it, and I'm like, I guess I'm just slow because I don't
J.
get
Cole
it.
has been very, very, very consistent from the
Yes.
very beginning. Very beginning.
So
He
we're
has
going
a
top
solid
5 for
fan
everybody?
base.
Let's do it.
Okay. It's a topic. Derek, what was yours again? I'm sorry.
Okay, so if I had top 5 rappers because of the overall package as far as their message, it's gonna be in no order: Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, Lil Wayne. I'm gonna go ahead and put J. Cole in there and Tupac Shakur.
I like no Lloyd Banks.
If I'm going talent wise, if I'm
Okay.
going lyrically, then my top
What's the
5 is
difference?
Eminem.
Like, it's your top 5.
Yeah.
You make your top 5 based on what you want to make
Yeah,
your top 5.
if I'm going lyrically, I'm going Eminem, Lloyd Banks, Biggie Smalls,
but put them
Wayne,
together,
Lil
Derek.
Wayne. Oh, in the order?
Like no,
Oh,
no,
no,
that's
no,
not
no,
order.
no,
Put them
no,
together.
no,
Don't
what is
don't
it?
don't
What is it?
categorize or
Just top 5
lyrically.
period.
Message.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
is
Top 5
Derek's
period.
top 5?
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle's number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Nipsey did a lot for the community. Everything Pac talked about, Nipsey did it. And Nipsey was very consistent. He never switched his message. He was real about it. He really showed improved. Jay-Z would be number 2. Because I feel like he's the most successful rapper ever. And also Tupac would be number 3 because Tupac started the message. Number 4 would be Lil Wayne because of his work ethic and his consistency. And number 5 would be J. Cole.
Over Lloyd Banks.
Over Lloyd Banks.
Okay.
No Notorious.
No Big. That's crazy.
But I'm sure they're in your top 10.
Pac over Big.
No
Okay,
Big.
no.
This is top 5.
Lloyd
No
Banks
Big.
is number 5. Lloyd Banks is number 5. For my own personal reason, I've been listening to him for
We
years.
asking you. That's fine.
I've seen him switch up his flow 3 times and he stayed consistent. Like some of his music, it didn't really rock with me, but I still feel like Banks could, if he really tried, could give a lot of people the business. And old Banks, I feel like a lot of people today
Banks
can't
does
even
have
mess with
bars.
old Banks.
Yeah.
Period.
But
Banks
so
has
does
fans.
Fabulous.
Yes,
I mean, what is
No,
Banks?
Banks. Yeah,
So
Fab had
Cassidy.
bars,
I
but
mean,
Fab,
what are we talking about?
Fab had really cool bars, but Banks was hard with it, bro. Like, your mama gonna see her seed in the bag like popcorn, man. Like, come on, dog. Come on, bro.
What was the gymnastics or something? Bend your ass up like origami. That was dope.
Yeah,
But it
that was
another-
Derek.
It was,
No, I said that one, but he had another one like that too.
yeah,
He did have a something like that.
I forgot what
No, he said bend your ass
Ain't-
up like
ain't nothing to
origami.
catch a
I said
body.
something similar to it though, and I
Yeah.
got it from him.
But he said it ain't nothing to catch a body.
Like gymnastics.
Yeah, something like yeah.
And he said that years before people were saying catch a body on the track.
Yeah. Banks got bars.
All right, Ryan, your top 5.
Kanye, Kodak Black, Playboy Cardi,
Hold on, producers.
6ix9ine.
Top Bell.
Top 5 probably Nip. I'm gonna put Wayne in there too. With his consistency and he is a fucking beast. Everybody looks up to Wayne with his music and shit. It took a while for me to get into Jay-Z. I remember you tried to get into him for a long time. Jay-Z's successful, but
He's my top 10.
This is your top 5.
I got Nips, Wayne.
I never heard him.
He can't think of no
I can't even think of anybody else that I just.
Okay.
That's
We
terrible.
weren't playing this, so that's why.
No, I know. It was a great moment. Sorry, y'all.
Honorable mention Eminem. He not in my top 5, but I still think he's lyrically the best.
Yeah,
ever.
he's.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck that. What's homeboy's name? Lucas Jordan. I'm a
Jordan
Lucas. I said that backwards. Yeah, him because that nigga's a beast too, and I feel like he's gonna come up and be something really.
I don't think so.
He's not
You
gonna
don't
be
think
shit.
so?
I think he would have been came up by now.
He's done.
If that was it.
It's
time.
It takes
He's-
people
he's-
time.
he's
Yeah.
Tory
It
Lanez
takes
killed
people
this
time.
career.
It takes people's time.
You started
Yeah,
Tory
yeah.
Lanez shit.
Tory Lanez killed
You
this
started Tory Lanez shit. He's in the wrong time. That's all it was.
Yeah.
If he'd have came out 10 years
10
ago,
years ago,
he'd been
15
fine.
years ago.
He'd been fine.
Give him
But
time.
you
He's still doing his thing.
No. He's gonna be like Lloyd Banks.
I'm not
He's a
racist,
lyrical
grew
rapper
up, though.
that did nothing.
Yeah, that was a strong message.
Yeah, he's still got time. He's
And
just
he
not
grew up
putting-
in the
I don't
viral
think
age.
he's
So when
putting
you
out stuff
blow
right
up in the viral age, it only lasts this long.
Unless
So
you're
it doesn't
Soulja
matter.
Boy.
Like, yeah,
Young
unless
Draco.
you
Eminem helped that a lot.
Unless you're Young Draco.
Anyway, he started the viral age, just so you know.
I just got 3 right now. That's it.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, who's
Is
your
it
top
that
5?
hard for you?
Who's your top 5?
Damn, bro.
Keenan, top
Are
5.
you a hip hop
Who's
fan?
your top 5?
Man. All right, so
Keenan.
It's because like just certain things that you realize now, like a lot of rappers got the potential to do stuff that they should be doing and giving back, but they really don't. I always be spending that shit on just like jewelry and shit
But
like that.
if you consider that as part of the reason why you
Part of
consider
your
your
as a
top
hip
five,
hop,
that's
as a hip hop
your
artist,
decision.
yes.
What you consider top 5 is all relative to you. So if you
Motherfuckers
don't
be
consider
blowing money on dumb shit.
community acts as the reason why you would name somebody top 5, then that's fine. Like I don't consider Nipsey top 5 as far as rap goes, but as far as
Business
human
and shit.
beings in a rap game,
Yeah.
he's top 2. Like that's
for
it is what it is.
humanitarian.
Seriously, like humanitarian who raps, good human being who raps. He's
Tupac's
like
in there
number
too.
2.
Tupac's in there
Yeah,
with me too.
but
yeah.
but as far as top 5 rappers, you know, he is pretty good.
Chance the Rapper would be in
Nipsey's
there
over
too.
Tupac.
Humanitarian.
I agree.
As far as humanitarian,
Yeah.
But
Like,
Tupac did die at 25.
Nipsey's over Tupac over everything.
but
Yeah.
I think Pac would have done more.
and I agree with that. And while I don't listen to a lot of Jay-Z,
Jay-Z did a lot.
Jay-Z does a lot
A
for
lot for the
people.
community.
A lot. And he's not vocal about it. either.
Now see, and that's the reason why Nipsey's over Jay, because now everybody knows.
Nipsey was
you
vocal
can-
about it.
Yeah, no, Nipsey was very vocal in his music about the things that he did. In a lot of tracks, he talks about investing money, helping your community,
And
trying to
in
do
the
things
videos that he
more
does.
so than anybody else. And like the thing is, like Jay can do a lot of stuff background, like that's amazing.
But
But
Nipsey
we
put it
all
on
know that
videos
your
too,
bigger
too.
message will be what's in your music. So people are gonna
Message-wise,
learn.
yeah.
People
Hey,
are
but
gonna
Jay-Z's
learn
last
more.
album, he was talking about that though.
But it took
Jay-Z
20
was
years
locked
to
down
do
a lot.
it.
Exactly.
Oh.
When,
As he
when,
got older.
when Nipsey started on that, like even one of his oldest interviews, he's talking about don't waste your money on chains and all this other stuff. Spend more money on investing in your community and improving it. And that literally was before people even knew that Nipsey really made music.
Nipsey
like that.
bought after he got his shop for his clothing line. He was I think he did. He bought a whole nother fucking block and was about to turn it into a business, like a whole fucking.
Yeah, like
block.
that picture I
And it was
posted in
turning
the
into a
chat. Like he
business thing,
affected
a
like
bigger
over
thing.
like 40,000 people's lives by
Yeah.
doing stuff and invested like $28 million. and
There's
shit
one
like
guy
that.
in
It's
one of his
crazy.
videos, old video I saw a while ago, and then I was watching a music video. I didn't realize it, but it's a homeless guy that he's like just helping out. One time he just saw him. It's like this dude's always cleaning up in the streets and shit, and he took him to go get a haircut and all that shit. Had him rolling a Rolls Royce with him and shit like that. Got him some clothes and shit like that. And then ever since then, Nipsey just been rocking with the dude and taking care of the guy. Like, fucking homeless guy, you never even fucking knew.
But back to the top 5, so this is our opinion.
All right, Keenan, top 5.
No specific order.
Okay.
We have Lil Wayne, we
Okay.
have J. Cole,
Mhm.
we have Kendrick Lamar, we have Notorious B.I.G. and
Drake. I'm waiting for it. I know what BJ's going.
Drake.
I agree with Drake though.
I do.
Yeah.
and Pac.
Okay.
Like that.
No controversy.
I want to say one thing too about Drake. They were tripping about when he did the thing when he was performing and had said something about Nipsey. Remember on Twitter, some guy was going off saying like Drake and all
about
these other
Daylight?
people. Yeah, he said something. What did he say?
Daylight was right. He was basically saying, don't just say rest in peace to Nipsey and stuff like that.
Do
Say he
something
was a
about
real
it.
one. Y'all do what he did.
But
he was right.
But I'm pretty sure like Drake doesn't say a lot of things too, like Jay-Z. But
And
we're
there's-
gonna
right,
act
and there's
like
nothing
when
wrong
God's
with that.
Plan came
And
out.
there's nothing-
He didn't give money to a fucking school like a lot of fucking.
There
money.
was nothing
He
wrong
didn't
with
give
that.
money to those homeless people that just lost their house.
There was
He
nothing
didn't
wrong
help
with that.
that girl get a car when she lost her car.
That boy's mom
Yeah.
couldn't afford
It's,
for her
it's
basketball
so
fees
stupid.
and all
Like
that
people,
shit, yeah.
people want to say do this when you're talking about somebody that passed away, but you're still being negative by saying, "Oh, you're not doing the right thing." What are you doing yourself to
Yeah.
help out there? You know what I'm saying?
There's-
Besides just being negative
if he
and
called
hating
out
on
Drake,
somebody
he
else.
shouldn't have called out Drake like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like I said, like you can do all of that behind closed doors. But if the majority of your messaging and music is like about other things, like that's what's going to affect more people than the people you're actually helping.
And you also got to know a little bit about Daylight too. Daylight.
Who
has
is
been-
this guy?
Daylight is a battle rapper. Daylight has been knocking on Drake's door for a very long time, and Drake doesn't respond to him that way.
Yeah.
So Daylight even changed his YouTube name to Daylight 2K OVO or something like that, and Drake's never acknowledged his man. So that's why Daylight has a little resentment going on, something like that. Even though I consider Daylight like a really good battle rapper.
Yeah, he's
But-
really good.
I'm substituting Pac for Jay-Z, by the way. I
Okay.
have to have Jay-Z.
So rename your 5.
Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z.
Okay. Drake.
Come on, Drake, and Aubrey.
Aubrey Graham. Jimmy in the wheelchair.
Big Soldier.
Big Soulja.
Draco.
Gonna lie for the culture. He made Drake.
No.
No, yeah, he made Drake.
Drake? The nigga.
From the generous.
That had me roll.
For the generous. He's trying to hide the word from his kid, but from hide the kid from the world. Drake.
Go ahead, BJ.
I'm gonna try to put them in order. So this is
Okay.
gonna be a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
So I think I've come to
To the conclusion that
my number one in order, by the way.
is going
I
to
will
be.
put Lil Wayne as number one.
Thank
That's
you,
my
Kevin.
personal
I
number one.
respect it.
can do it.
My number two overall,
OVO.
I'd probably say rap wise, like overall, my number two.
We get it.
Yeah. I'd say Eminem would be my number two.
Eminem, okay.
I like that.
It's coming. You know, I
My
know it's
number
coming.
three.
Right?
Overall, Jay-Z.
I like that.
He's lying, first of all.
My number four.
This is not his feelings.
My number four would be Drake.
Okay.
And then number five, I mean, Tupac, cool. I just ended up liking Biggie more.
And that's
I've
absolutely
always
fine.
liked Biggie
No,
more,
seriously,
yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Biggie was ahead of his time. Big, like I listened to Biggie for
Biggie was ahead of his
lyricism.
time.
Biggie was doing punches.
This guy was the
punches.
reason I started listening to
Bro,
Biggie.
Biggie
No
was
lie,
the
bro.
Biggie had it, man. Like,
Biggie
wait,
had
Pac
punches,
had
like,
that
it's
message,
crazy.
but it's like that show that they did when they were on stage, and it's like it's an
Like
actual
freestyle.
track.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pac's whole thing was about running
My
from the
flow
police and all that.
so
Biggie was actually
long
spitting
piece to
bars.
the tail.
Like Pac couldn't match him, bro. And that easily that was the clear difference between them right there.
See, I got Wayne, M, T.I., J. Cole, and Biggie.
I like that.
Right.
Oh,
This
People
is
can
nothing new.
sleep on Tip.
But explain
He
your
on
T.I.
reality shows now.
Man, he got what? He got plenty of hits, man.
Always
he can be lyrical when he
consistent.
can.
Always
and
consistent.
He stays real, bro.
Yeah, he does.
That's it.
He does.
Okay. I got somebody in my top five that's nobody else's top five either. But he's my number two. I'm trying to go in order.
Childish Gambino.
You know it.
And I like that.
Number one
He's a beast, yeah.
is Lil Wayne. This is a personal pick. Lil Wayne is probably
Oh, you ain't gotta
the
explain
greatest
that, we
rapper,
get it.
But Lil Wayne during that
I got
time.
a fifth.
Remix, baby.
Go ahead,
I'm
finish
sorry.
yours,
Yeah,
finish
yeah,
yours.
sorry.
All right, Lil Wayne. Just for that run of time, I didn't listen to anyone else.
I
Right.
skip
Like,
people's
so,
verses.
like,
It'll be their song, and I only listen to his verse.
I used to download versions where they verses weren't on it. Like that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, facts,
Like,
facts.
oh, Lil Wayne verse on this song, even though it's a popular
Yeah.
song, I can hear somebody else's verse. I'm like, what song is it? And then Lil Wayne, oh, I know the whole verse. Like that's how it was.
Lil Wayne originated the whole one verse short track thing. There are artists
Facts.
that do that now, where they extend the hook a little bit, but they just drop one verse. And
Yeah.
Wayne started that.
Yeah, Lil Wayne. Wayne, number one all time in my opinion. Number two, it's not a popular opinion because he doesn't have a lot of body of work, but it's Childish Gambino.
I like that.
To me, Childish Gambino is the best punchline spitter of all time.
That's what's
To
up.
him.
If you disagree, holla at me. I disagree.
This is another
That's fine. You disagree, holla at me. Maybe next time you can bring some of your Lloyd Banks punchlines. I can bring Childish punchlines.
I might bring my punch.
We can go
Because-
I got some nasty ones.
That's cool. I sure do. I got them all. Trust me.
Uh,
Back to back to back to back to back. with
but
it.
we do.
Trust me.
I got one that said I got my 16 got bars like a juvenile charge. I'm with it. We can go for it.
Oh, you talking about me and you?
Facts. Me and you.
Oh,
What you
bro,
mean?
boy, hey,
What
let's
you
stop.
mean?
Boy,
What
we
you
fighting
mean?
that.
Matter of fact, Larry, Derek, Larry.
I don't know what the rest of y'all up to.
Oh, okay. I got that on my phone. We can play that.
Oh, yeah, we bodied that.
That's a song called "Random Punchlines" from.
Yeah, we went
in.
in.
That's a nice song. Lil Wayne, Childish Gambino. Just because impact and how he started something, you can't just say that he did this, but you have to believe that he did this. Biggie, for his punchlines, Biggie made my favorite style of rap popular before I even started listening to it.
For sure.
So Biggie based on punchlines. Eminem is number 4, and number 5. Let's see. Number 5. This is tough. Drake. I have to go Drake. And this is Drake would be number 3 if there weren't any skepticism about writing bars.
There's not.
Yeah.
There it is. Don't
Who
say
told you
that. Quentin Miller, Meek Mill told me. That's all.
But you know what's funny though? Like you can find his old music before he like got with Young Money, and he was really good.
Yeah.
And also ever since the whole ghostwriting thing, he got better.
True.
Like-
and it probably really was like how it was with Kanye, to where he was really good. He came on top. Writer block set
That's what she
in,
said.
and instead of writing through it and then balling paper up, yo, it's
Yeah.
not good. Let me work harder. He probably said, yo, I need a way out. I gotta put songs out quick.
Right.
And that's what he did. No, it's not cool that you want to be considered top
I
five.
agree.
But I do believe Drake is still a really, really
He's top
good
10 of mine.
What?
Yeah, Drake has broken a lot of
You
records.
went on
So I think I said Lil Wayne, Childish, Biggie, and Drake.
Okay.
So I had what, 3?
We
I
have.
think I had 3. Well, I'm gonna throw this one in there too. Travis Scott, because I like his consistency and his creativity.
I like Travis Scott, but I don't limit him to rap, even though he's probably considered a rapper.
Yeah.
I don't know what Travis Scott's style is. Like what? I think it's more
Like
pop
a pop
now.
rap.
It probably
I
is.
think Travis is more of just getting the beat and trying to say what he thinks sounds cool.
But what
Yeah.
genre is that? It's not really rap. Like because he's black, we gonna label it as rap. But
Yeah.
is it really rap?
Yeah, it's different. It is different.
It's so different. That being said, 98% of Travis Scott songs.
I would
like.
consider it rap because I mean,
Mm.
artists switch up their styles several times and they try something different.
But what
And-
makes it rap? What makes his
What
music
doesn't?
rap?
There was
He
started
started
out
late.
with rap, but now it's a little
What
more
doesn't
loose
it?
in my opinion.
What do you consider rap?
The Lil Nas X
what
dude
doesn't
with that
make
country
it-
song.
what-
that's
They was,
or-
they was talking about his rap. The
Or
country
what
music on
doesn't
reception.
make Travis Scott's music not rap?
I'm not saying that like it doesn't. The fact that
It's
his
still
last
rap,
it's
borderline.
It's more melodic now. It's not even like when I think of rap, I think of
It's just
rap
like
lyrics.
basic.
He's getting on there with auto tune, but he's more T-Paining.
I'm
It's
gonna put
not-
Ty Dolla $ign up there with me.
That's definitely not rap.
But
He's
Ty doesn't
definitely
consider
not
himself a
rap.
rapper.
What about-
I like YG
even though
too.
some of his
So
songs
Travis
literally
Scott
are
too, 'cause
raps.
I like
but-
YG.
He's not rap. He's
Travis
more
Scott
melodic.
like Post Malone.
Because I don't get tired of them.
Yeah.
Is Post Malone rap?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
can see
rap?
that too.
No, it's not.
But
So
Malone's
it's
like
it's
pop,
just
you know?
it's. I think
Rap
they
ish.
blurred the
Travis Scott
lines.
is
It's
Quavo
rap.
to me, bro. That's why when
But
they
Quavo
make
raps,
a dual album, it's like they sound like two. Have y'all ever heard that dual
Yeah.
album that they
Yeah.
made?
Boy, I loved it.
I
And
love
people
it.
sleep
I
on
loved
it.
People
But
sleep
it
on
matches
it.
perfectly
Yeah,
because
it's
they're like
like
the
perfect.
same
Yeah.
sound.
And you know what's crazy? I actually was coming into it thinking that I was gonna like Travis's verses better, and I like a lot of Quavo's verses better on those tracks.
I love
I'm
both
biased,
of them.
so it's kind of hard for me to tell. I'm biased into
Quavo
Travis.
went in on like the majority of those tracks, in my opinion, compared to
Hot Your
Travis.
Boy.
Yeah, bro. That's like my second favorite song. The first one was the
Where you from?
That's my jam.
My favorite one is the slowest one on there. That
Yes, man.
Best Man.
That's the only one I don't really
Like
like.
a couple grams with my left hand. Shout
I
out
like
to
Black
Watson
and
Bone
Chinese.
fans.
Black and Chinese.
That beat is nasty.
So since we're talking about Black and Chinese, I'm gonna go ahead and transition this.
Talking about you?
I'm gonna go ahead and transition this to Black Panther and Wong, who were in Infinity War, and I'm gonna talk about Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
All right, so what I'd like to say about Avengers Endgame is these are things that I'm hoping to see in this movie.
Okay.
I hope to see the return of Spider-Man and Black Panther.
Yes.
Not only because they're my favorite Marvel characters, I want to
That's
see.
exactly
They
why.
were like the newest ones though.
Yeah,
They're the
I want to
newest ones
see.
coming in.
I want to see more
Very
dialogue
happy
between Black Panther and Captain America. I want to see Black
And
Panther.
Tony.
Yeah, I want to see T'Challa actually speak to Tony. They both use gadgets. They use enhanced suits and stuff
And
like
they
that.
haven't even met yet.
They've met. They've never spoken to each other. The closest that we got was when Tony told Black Widow in Civil War, T'Challa told Ross what you did. Like, but they've never actually spoken to each other. And in the comics, they're both members of the Illuminati. I want to see. I want to see a scene with Spidey and Cap again. The last time they spoke was in Civil War when he's like, "Where you from? Queens, Brooklyn." Like, and it's like Spider-Man looks up to him in the comics. I mean, he looks up to him in real life. You know what I'm saying?
And it was dope that how they used him in Homecoming.
Yeah,
He was,
exactly.
on
For the
TV.
detention,
Oh,
yeah.
That was dope.
I want to see another fight scene with Cap and T'Challa or them working together. I want to see a fight scene with Spider-Man and Black Panther working together. Out of everybody that fights, they have the most like unorthodox fighting style.
But I have a question for you, there. Would you be okay if that doesn't happen? Because what it seems like,
There ain't gonna
just
be no movie.
outside looking in, these guys might be coming back at the end after it's all
And that's
done.
what I'm thinking too. I'm not okay if this doesn't happen. Like the fights, maybe, but T'Challa and Tony's not speaking to each other ever, and they've been in 3 movies. I'm not okay
it's
with
not
that.
looking good so far.
Yeah, I know, so here's other
That's
things
your,
that I
that's your movie right
But
there.
they're good shockers, you never know.
Yeah,
These are slugs. So that's your movie.
these are other ideas that I want to see in the movie.
Well,
I
Rocky
want
didn't
to
make
see. It would be tight if Thanos resurrected the dead heroes and used the mind and the soul stone to control them to fight the living heroes. And it would be really cool to see Spider-Man versus Iron Man.
Where is old girl from the Wakandan Army?
Okoye?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, ever since they
First
put out
of
that
all,
poster, they never
no,
put her on there.
Hey, they messed
Yeah.
up though, because Rocket's not supposed to be there. It's
And they
Iron
have one
Man.
poster with her on there, but her name's not on top.
You said
Yeah.
Rocket is supposed to be there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rocket's
Rocket
alive.
did make
Rocket's
that.
alive.
He's the only Guardian that survived. But yeah, I think there's something going on with that, bro. Like it makes no sense to me because yeah, she was on that other poster and she was the only name that was not up there, and she's been in more movies than Captain Marvel has.
Yep.
Captain Marvel has only been in one
I want
movie.
to see what she's gonna do against Thanos though.
She's gonna get humbled real quick, in my opinion.
I think so.
Because
too.
right now she's too damn cocky. She gonna beat Thanos, and Thanos gonna
She
Put it in
You
her
gonna
face.
humble her real quick, bro.
Thanos stopped Thanos all the
So
time.
Chris is a sexist.
I'd like to see Spider-Man fight against Iron Man if he was like mind controlled. I think that would be really cool. Another thing that I really want to see, I want to see Captain America lift Thor's hammer. And I think they've been leading up to that because in Age of Ultron, like Cap was the only other person that was able to budge the hammer. And this is before Vision was created. But he was able to budge it, and you know, we're all looking at like, well, how is Captain America not worthy? And it's because of the secret that he knew about Bucky killing Iron Man's parents. And I think that Zeno hinted at that when he was like, there's a little bit of green in your eyes. And Hydra's color is green. Captain America's color is blue. But that secret is out now. And if Tony forgives him, Cap wasn't the one that killed his parents, so Cap ain't got no dirt on his name. So I mean,
he just knew who did it.
yeah, at that point, Cap would be worthy to wield it.
But I think they messed it up a little bit. Only to say, because it's like, how many people have lifted Thor's hammer in the MCU at this point? It's been enough people. It's been Thor's sister who is
In the MCU,
she broke it.
Yeah, she broke it.
But I mean, but she caught it.
Yeah, but I think
And
that's
then
because
broke it.
isn't it because she existed before the hammer was created or something like that?
I'm not
Or-
sure. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
she
is a
was
good
the
point, though.
firstborn. She
That
was
is
the
a
firstborn.
a good point. Like it might be something with her power. that-
okay. What about Vision?
I don't think
Vision
she
was
can
worthy.
build it. I just think she can
Okay.
break it.
So Groot is also worthy.
Yeah, it's
Groot
'cause it
lifted.
chopped his arm off.
Put it together.
It wasn't
lifted
That
it
was
up.
wasn't
before
complete.
it was a hammer.
It wasn't complete.
And it wasn't his
If
hammer
he
either.
chopped his-
It wasn't
he
the
chopped
same
it
hammer.
off,
though.
yeah.
It
It
wasn't the
yeah,
same
but it
hammer.
wasn't complete.
Because Thor's fingers didn't light up until it hit
Until
the
it dropped,
ground.
exactly.
So once it dropped, that's when technically it would be that.
Because I was thinking the same thing, but then I was
Yeah.
like, nah, because it's like you said, his fingers didn't light up.
Yeah.
And as soon as it hit the ground, that was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't complete yet.
I just want to know if they're gonna bring Adam Warlock in this movie.
They hinted it in Guardians.
Yeah.
So he has to be in it, like they did with Vision when he popped up out of nowhere. I was
But there's like been no other hints after that. It's
So,
like just they did
most
that.
likely-
But
he
Vision
will.
had no hints at all and showed up in that
Yeah,
movie.
so
Like
most likely
the
he
hints
will.
came from that movie.
Mhm.
So that is a really good point.
I would
And
like to
also,
see that.
a lot of people on the internet think that Galactus is going to show up at the end. Sure, but I really think it's going to be an invasion of the Skrulls. I think the secret thing that we're going to see at the end.
That was the last
I think
thing we
one
saw.
of the.
I
one of
think
the
that's gonna
characters-
happen in Endgame in like the beginning or the middle.
I think it's gonna be at the end. Like I think like the end credit scene will be like all the characters celebrating. There's somebody that stays behind, and like they turn
They
out to
turn
be a
into the
Skrull.
Skrull.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna
I
come in the
that's
middle of
what
this
it's
movie.
gonna be. Why would they be in the middle?
Why not? They're already. I think
Vision
one of
came in
the
middle.
heroes
Vision
may
came
be
in
a
the middle, why
Skrull.
not?
Yeah, but why would the Skrulls even want to participate in fighting against Thanos?
Do they know about Thanos?
They do. I think they say something in the in her movie in Captain Marvel.
I don't think they say anything about Thanos. in Captain
Nah, they don't.
Like what would the Skrulls? I mean, you're sure they could write them in,
Yeah,
but I'm just
I mean-
like, what's the point? You know, so.
Well, Derek, I hope you in game differently when you don't see Black Panther.
You
He's
know
gonna
what?
be pissed
I
off.
think you're correct. The Scrolls from whatever they're fucking called, Steel Percussion. I feel like they are gonna be in the movie because what's his name showed up in their movie in Captain Marvel's homeboy that was working for Thanos.
Who?
Oh, what's his name?
Ronan.
Rome, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they might.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Ronan showed up because they were literally at war with his race of people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a Kree, and they all like all they do in the comics is fight each other. They don't care about nothing else. Like, but I don't know. So also, I would like to see 3 people have something and like be like connected in the killing of Thanos. I want Drax, Iron Man, and Thor to somehow like 3-way that death.
Whoa.
Because he told Thor aim for the head, and he killed Thor's brother. He slaughtered the rest of his people.
Drax's whole family. He killed Drax's whole family.
Yeah, he killed Drax's whole family.
Well, he sent Ronan to kill him, right? Or did he kill him himself?
I think
But Thanos sent them though.
Yeah.
So good point.
So why Iron Man?
Because he's been bugging Iron Man ever since the Avengers.
He threw a plane in his head. He threw a bowling on him.
Like this is I'm sorry, baby. This is literally like good, like this is very good storytelling and character development. In Avengers 1, when the army came, it gave Iron Man like panic attacks and anxiety because he didn't know if the aliens would return. So that's why in Iron Man 3 he's having all those panic attacks when people like talk about what happened when we went to the wormhole and the kids like, are the aliens coming back? He's like, I don't know. And then that's why in Age of Ultron, that's why he made Ultron, because he wanted to protect the Earth in case of future threats like that. And then that's even why in Infinity, and that's why he made all those suits too in Iron Man 3. That's why in Infinity War, when Bruce Banner tells him like the army, this is him, Tony, and Tony says, this is it. This is what he's been waiting on. Like this is what's been bugging him like literally for the past 5 years in the MCU. So I really like to see Iron Man. And plus, he tried to kill Tony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He almost killed Tony.
Yeah.
So
and anybody that's ever tried to kill Tony in the MCU ended up
killing him.
But I really feel like Tony surviving up to that point was a dub for Tony. Only because, I mean, this is a guy who's killed Loki, who is considered like demigod. He's killed Heimdall, whatever his name is, whatever.
Heimdall.
Yeah. Half, like a whole ship of Asgardians. This guy has killed several people. Tony, a human, withstood him and was able to make him bleed. I really feel like they're going to look at that, and I think they're going to look at that, okay, Tony, there's your mini dub within itself. I want Captain America to who is Captain America killed?
He's gonna need the hammer or the goblet though.
Who is Captain America killed or like specifically just beat up not in his movie? Who is he overpowered in an Avengers movie? What significant role has Cap had in an Avenger movie?
He's a leader. Who did Cap find?
But I mean, but who do you say? Oh, Cap beat his ass. Who do you say?
When Black Scarlet or whatever her name is, when they showed up, Black Widow. Who did
Corvus Glaive. Cap was beating him until he dropped the staff at the end in Wakanda. But I mean, in Civil War, that is his own movie, so I can't count that. That's true. That's a very good point. He went toe to toe with Ultron.
That's what I'm saying.
In Ultron's new body.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Ultron in his new body at that point? No, because he stole Vision to make the new body. Okay, but he still went toe to toe with Ultron. That's pretty impressive.
Okay. They have made Iron Man, although Cap may be the quote unquote leader, Iron Man is the man that they may get shit done.
Oh, period. Yeah, facts.
So as a Captain America fan,
yeah,
I would like to see Cap do something more extravagant than Iron Man for once.
I just want to see Hulk.
That's for once.
He's gonna need something else.
The one thing that he can do that would be more extravagant that literally nobody else probably could is lift the hammer. That's gotta be it. Like, what is Cap gonna do that no one else on the team can do?
Give him a gauntlet or the hammer or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, in comic book, well, if Vision can lift the hammer, that's that.
Yeah, but Vision's dead at this point. While I do think he's coming back because his body is still there, and I don't think that's a mistake. Yeah, they don't have the Mind Stone, but
will he still be as powerful?
Well, his body being there isn't a mistake. Like, you dead, your body's still there. Right?
But I mean, he didn't disintegrate. Like, he didn't go with the snap.
He was already dead.
That's a good point. I still think that that's some significance. Part of that is because I read the comics, but like Vision does have like a version of him where he has no color.
That all white and like colorless like he was when he died. Yeah.
Right. But I don't know. Like I think that Cap could lift the hammer, and I mean the reason Vision lifted it because Vision was just born. Like he had not done anything wrong. And also, apparently, murdering people has nothing to do with being worthy because Cap got bodies.
And so the Thor's killed.
Yeah, Thor got plenty of bodies.
So, and maybe, and I watched this, maybe Thor's new hammer, axe, or whatever it is, doesn't have the same...
The worthy thing about it?
The worthy thing about it. Because that being
Because
said,
Because Odin didn't say a little spell to it.
he didn't. Odin was not allowed to do that. And that could also explain why a group was able to put together.
It's a good point. It's a very
So-
good point. I want to see Hulk.
But he did bring up, if you try to lift a god's weapon, your mind will disintegrate or some shit like that.
He did say that.
Mhm.
He said that they were all too weak. But Captain America is probably stronger than everybody he talked about, except for maybe Groot and Drax. I don't really know what they've been making Drax look like he's kind of weak. And I
Okay,
don't know how strong
but
he's supposed
so
to be.
we're gonna sleep on the fact that Cap went up to Thanos and was like grabbing his arm, and Thanos was
I
like,
think
"Hold on,
Thanos
wait
was
a
showing
minute."
mercy at that point.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Nah,
think he can hold Thanos' hand open, sure.
For a while.
Because if Iron Man can throw a little piece of his suit and that can stop it from holding or whatever,
that's true.
or if Doctor Strange's little thing can plant it in
And
the
then he
ground,
works the Hulk.
Captain America can do it. He did beat the crap out of the Hulk.
I just want to see the Hulk just go crazy.
I want to see the Hulk
Please.
get full potential.
I would be
feel
happy
like
if he
Hulk
did.
is
Yeah,
the
it's
person.
so-
Professor Hulk is the
Yeah.
strongest version of the Hulk, so
That may be
hopefully-
true because he has Banner's mind. But who has Hulk beat other than some aliens in Avenger 1?
MCU, it still counts. It was Hulk's only movie in the MCU, The Incredible Hulk. He
Yeah.
beat the mess out of the Abomination at the end of that
Yeah.
movie. Abomination was gonna
Sometimes- Didn't he
Hulk
fight
broke
3
off-
dogs at
he-
the same
That was
He
a
broke off
different.
his
That
leg
was
and
in the
stabbed
MCU.
him.
He broke off his elbow and stabbed him. He was going to kill him, and then Betty Ross was like, "No."
I thought
And
he did
Hulk,
though.
he was like,
then.
"He had to snap out of here, bro." Hulk was
time
going
to
to
go down.
catch a
The sun's
body,
going
dog.
down, big fella.
Yeah. He like in that same movie before he was Abomination, the dude walked up to him and Hulk kicked him.
the
And he
crap
went
out
like,
of him.
and like flung into the tree. Like Hulk is ridiculously crazy.
Yeah.
I want to see Hulk come back, bro.
Hulk has not done anything significant in any of the Avenger films.
well, then it's his time.
Yeah, that's because it's Mark Ruffalo.
Maybe he ragdoll. Maybe he ragdoll.
Yeah, so we gonna act like when he showed up at
And
the end
Loki.
of Avengers that wasn't significant?
Loki was.
Oh, I mean that was cool.
He
It's
saved
like
Iron Man's life.
we was about when he
When Iron Man
like,
fell for the wormhole,
Oh, and he
Yeah,
grabbed him,
when he caught him, he saved his life.
oh that's cool too. But like what is
And then
he
when
done?
he punched that
Hulk
big ass
wise?
whale, he just
That's
transformed
okay.
real quick.
That I said
he stopped that
the
big ass
aliens.
Chitauri
The
worm.
aliens, yes.
Yeah.
But
Just sit there.
the aliens
Some
and
movies
Loki,
that
and
Pineapple
Loki thing was
Express
a
are-
joke.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
yeah.
And Ragnarok when he fought that dog, he did win that fight.
What dog?
That big wolf,
Yep.
that big black wolf, he
Thor's
won that
sister's
fight.
dog.
And that was a wolf that had lived through years of like
Yeah.
war.
Oh,
And
it was
he
dead.
probably
It
had a
was not
competition.
dead, too.
You know what I mean? But Hulk,
That wolf was strong
didn't
as
Hulk
shit.
like tear his like
That wolf was strong as
2007 or
shit,
am I
yeah.
tripping?
He
Maybe I'm tripping.
tripped. I think he broke his
no.
jaw, right? Am I-
Yeah, something like
I
that.
think he like ripped his jaw. Or something
And
like
then
that.
he did like jump. He didn't beat him, but he jumped all the way up and punched Surtur in the
He
face.
tried-
And
he
that
wanted
was
to.
dope. That was dope. In Age of Ultron, I can't really say there's anything he did that was very significant in Age of Ultron. In my opinion.
That nor he probably was the,
Well, he went crazy. in
the
Age of
biggest
Ultron.
disappointment in Infinity War.
Yeah, I know.
Name a bigger disappointment in Infinity War than Hulk.
He said,
Loki,
wait,
to
wait,
be
wait,
honest,
wait, wait,
yeah.
wait,
Like
wait,
a plot, bro.
I don't think Loki was a disappointment. I think Loki attempted something.
Nah,
But you know what,
I think
though?
he could have done way more. He can shape shift. He can pretend like he's over here, but he's really over here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Loki could have done a lot more.
Loki was getting ready to stab him. The dude used the stones to stop him.
That
from
was so
stabbing him.
obvious.
But
though.
why didn't Loki
Damn,
make-
it's like he did that on purpose.
Yeah, in
And he
every
killed
other
him.
movie Loki's ever been in every movie, he's always made a copy of himself,
Yeah.
except for Infinity War.
Who's
That
to
was-
say he didn't?
Exactly.
He was
Exactly.
right
You
there.
did it right.
Who's
you
to
didn't,
say?
You didn't see it on the screen. They would have showed it if he did. Loki walked up to him and got murked.
But who's to
So
say
who,
that was
Thanos?
actual Loki? Who's to say
Yeah,
it
that
wasn't
is
actual
true.
Loki?
Because he could
That's a good
have
point.
mastered his shit. Like, it's been a minute since we've seen him in something. What was it? The last movie he was in? Maybe. What is it? Ragnarok, right?
Yeah, it was the last movie. Is in Ragnarok.
No, Infinity War. Well, before that, but I
But
mean,
yeah.
any other time that Loki faked his death.
It was a while when he died last time, and Thor didn't even know he was fucking alive. So
He was playing his
Well,
they
I
only said no
I don't
more.
think you can physically touch Loki's copies. When was any one of his copies ever physically
He
touched?
acted like he died though. Like it showed it in when Thor 2. I think that's what it was. No,
Yeah.
I think it was Thor 2.
When he was
we
pretending
saw
to
No,
it.
he did act like he died.
So
but that wasn't a copy. That was Loki, and like
Hold on. We talking about when he fell off the whatever they're on the ship.
I
Whatever.
can't remember. but
And
it's something.
he was holding on to Thor. He was holding on to his hammer or something. He was holding on to something, and he had to let go.
he's talking about Thor 1 off the bridge,
Yeah,
off
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bifrost. That was Loki, and that's what
Then
ended
how,
up.
when he fell, where did he fall to?
Okay, so
to
you know,
Thanos,
even,
apparently.
but bro,
That's
look,
where he ended up next.
but look, there's the thing when he was in the that chamber room, and
On
everything,
Avengers?
he made it look
Yeah.
like the fucking reality stone.
What?
And the fucking no, yeah, it was Thor.
The one where he shot Thor
3.
and he let it go?
Thor, no,
Oh,
I'm talking
no,
about
no.
Thor 3 when he was in that
It's
chamber
Ragnarok.
room, yeah, and no, not Ragnarok, Thor 2. My bad, I keep mixing this
The
one.
all white
Where his
room.
mom dies, and
Yeah.
he finds out that his mom dies. He was in that room,
And he
it
gets
looked
mad
like
at
his mom. And then when he finds out that his mom dies, the fucking room was complete shit.
He made himself look
looked like
normal and
shit.
everything.
It looked like the fucking
Really? So, yeah,
song.
that's the point.
So I'm pretty sure. I think Loki's still fucking alive.
Name one time one of Loki's copies was ever touched.
Oh my god!
Never.
I had to go
Loki
back
got
and watch
choked
it.
out. Loki is dead.
He did say no.
Loki's dead,
No,
bro.
yeah, he said he couldn't break.
And he was
it
a
back.
frost giant, so wouldn't he just turn like blue if he would have died?
And they didn't show that.
Loki's face got
He
really
was choked
pale.
out, but he didn't turn blue like
Yeah.
the Frost Giants was. And like
But how
when
do
we
we know
first
that's
saw
what's gonna
him,
happen
when
when
we
he
first
dies?
saw him, bro.
Because the last time he did, he
I'm
faked
pretty
his
sure
death.
I think he's still alive.
I think he blew the ship up after that. Loki is
Thor
gone.
survived that
We're only
shit.
gonna see Loki if they go back in time.
Thor survived getting blown up
That's a
on
good
that
point.
shit. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, Hulk was a disappointment, but he wasn't a disappointment to me until he refused to come back out and fight.
He was a disappointment from
When he lost,
After the scene he lost.
But see that scene made I didn't have a problem with that scene because it made sense to me.
I did.
It just to me it just looked. So why did you not like that scene?
Because this is the guy that you made physically stronger than everybody else. Name another Hulk.
Thanos is a warrior. He has hands.
Okay,
He doesn't
no,
fight.
I
But
get
Hulk
that.
doesn't.
But the thing
But
is,
you know how to smash.
But
Yeah.
you gotta realize too, he didn't just out technique Hulk the entire fight.
Right,
The
correct.
when his first move toward Hulk
was strength
was
pushing him back.
until Hulk was looking like what the hell was going on.
So what's wrong with that?
Because
Thanos is strong, bro.
name another Hulk ability other than superhuman strength. None. And you mean to tell me that?
Speed? Oh, well, that's still.
But that comes
okay,
from his
yeah,
strength, though.
Yeah, he did say
Okay,
strength.
You're right.
so if he gets overpowered by Thanos, what is your purpose? Like,
Okay,
now, see,
I got another one. I got another one.
From a
with
whole
that.
other planet.
I got
Yeah,
another
but
one.
somebody on Earth can't fuck with Hulk.
Does Hulk heal by himself? Hey, does Hulk heal by himself?
No,
What do you
he
mean
doesn't
doesn't
kill.
kill?
He doesn't
Heal?
take damage.
Hulk does have a healing factor.
When did he take damage?
I mean, he doesn't really take damage, but he does have a
He
healing
does
factor.
take damage.
He does have a
When did he
healing
take
factor.
damage?
movies. And Abomination, he was getting fucked up on there or whatever.
He got stabbed in that movie. He got stabbed. Didn't the wolf bite
You said
him?
this, yeah, the
And-
wolf.
and
in-
Ragnarok,
yeah,
he
right,
did
right.
bite him.
And then there's a thing where the madder he gets, the bigger he's supposed to get. They haven't been showing us. He's supposed to get bigger.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gotten smaller over the
Exactly.
time has come on.
More
supposed to
heavy,
get
more bigger.
bigger.
Supposed to get.
So, yeah.
See, I didn't have a problem with the Thanos scene because up until that point, I'd never seen how strong Thanos was. So if the first time I see his strength is tested against the Hulk, then he's just stronger than the Hulk. It just is
He
what
can
it
go through
is.
vibranium.
Yeah, and I had to accept that. I didn't like that, but I was like, he literally just plucked through a vibranium face and just had no problem with it.
You talking about
Yeah, but he had those other gauntlets on it too. Remember when?
But
they
he never used the
No,
stones
he
when he
used
did
his
it.
other
He
hand.
used his bare hand to do that.
And the stones weren't lit up.
Yeah.
Wait, when was this?
When he
Wait,
killed Vision,
Infinity
he
War.
killed him.
Vision.
He brought him
He
back.
had the stones.
He brought him back, but then he just picked the stone out of Vision's head.
Okay, but when he got a fucking stone, it went through his whole fucking body like he was taking a drug. He's like, you didn't know.
No, but what I'm
Remember?
saying is like Thanos didn't use the Power Stone.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's still in his
So you're
system.
saying the stones power
It's
Thanos
still
up?
in his system. The stones were in
he has
his
to light
system.
the stone.
But he
No,
didn't
he
have all of them at that
doesn't.
point. He didn't even have all of them at that point. He only had 5 of them. He didn't have
It
the 6
doesn't
of them.
matter.
Yes, it does, Ryan. What do you think?
When
He
he
snorted
uses
the
stones,
stone
they light
not in his system. What are you talking
So
about?
if it was in his system, what would be
You
the
don't
whole
remember
point?
that scene when he
What's the
I
point
dropped
of
the
the
stone
stone?
on there and he's like fucking.
But what I'm
has a
saying is,
seizure?
if it's in his body and system, then why were they trying to remove the gauntlet from his hand? If it's already in the system, what's the point of them trying to remove the
You
gauntlet?
wouldn't need the guy.
I see what you're saying.
You wouldn't need a gauntlet. You would just hold them in the hand like they pop rocks and then fight everybody. And like, eat 'em. What's wrong? Like, what's, like,
That's it.
so he needed the gauntlet.
Yeah. That's it. I think Endgame is gonna be a great movie. Last thing, I just want them to pull out all the stops. That's it. Just pull. I want to leave the theater feeling like everybody. If I'm not, I'm not gonna complain until a week. I'm gonna watch it again and again, and I won't complain until like a week after the movies come out. But I just want to feel like everybody in the movie tried their hardest,
He'll be
including
satisfied.
Thanos.
He will be satisfied if it's a fact that the superheroes that died, if they're in the what is it, the Soul Stone? If Black Panther and Spider-Man make it out the Soul Stone, He'll be fine with that.
To be
They're
perfectly
gonna
fine.
be in the movie. There's no way you have
No, of course,
Spider-Man
yeah.
Far From Home and Peter doesn't come back.
Hold on one
Like, there's
second.
no way.
Hold on 1 second. As you can tell, we lost one from the last podcast. He just messaged our group, said he wants to see the podcast, call us whores, and don't make him wait like everybody else, okay? So we got to send an expedited copy to Kentucky King, okay? He's out there.
He'll get his copy.
They use videos out there?
Huh?
They want videos out there?
I'll go back and forth, I guess. I don't know. Why they eating chicken? I don't know what's going on with that. So, again, I want to know, if you do not see Black Panther or Spider-Man until the end,
She'll be fine because
are you going to be okay?
Two things. For one, I'm going to. Number two, wait, let's say they're not. Number two, let's say Black Panther and Spider-Man don't show up. I'm not gonna be satisfied because I'm gonna feel like they didn't use the full potential of all the people that they have in the MCU.
Okay, well then you're not going to be satisfied. This movie's based around these people. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
he's possibly
No,
going
you
to
said
survive.
until the end.
Yeah, to the
Oh,
end.
to the end, that's fine. That's fine. I've been through that with Transformers 4. That's
No,
fine.
you heard-
No,
I'm cool with that.
even if they don't use them in the end against the final fight versus Thanos.
Like they just show up like, hey, thanks, we're
I
back.
can call
No,
it.
like after they beat Thanos,
Bro,
then that's what
I can
brings
call-
them
I
back.
can
Are you
call
okay
it-
with that?
I should have asked y'all. Y'all gonna be cool with the only thing y'all saw from Doctor Strange was that little 1 minute fight with
All they
him?
needed
Y'all cool
was
with that?
all they needed was
Yeah.
Bug Boy. All they needed was Bug Boy.
God, with all the things that Doctor Strange can do, we're satisfied with just that.
We're not satisfied, but I'm cool with it. I made peace with the fact that Doctor Strange did what he thought was best. Because we cannot tell him.
He knows what's gonna happen. Maybe they don't.
Now, mind you, when we think of scenarios that they could have beaten Thanos,
Yeah.
we think of 5, maybe 6 different
You gotta
scenarios.
understand, this
they
is
could have
his
beat
first
Thanos.
time.
Doctor Strange went to 14,605 things. So don't you think he's, if theoretically, don't you think he's went through
Yeah,
our
push it
versions
in
as
order.
well?
You know what I'm
So clearly there's something going on with our scenarios that we don't, that you know, they could have came back from. So
They better explain that real well.
they're not going to explain it because they don't have to. Like, they're not going to.
All they needed was Ant-Man.
All they
Ant-Man comes
needed
over
to
there,
use
grabs
was
that
some
gun and
time
swing it.
No, I thought you were gonna say the other reason how Ant-Man can win. There is another
I'm not
reason
bringing that
Ant-Man can win. Ant-Man can win another way.
Project Thanos.
Okay?
All he had to do is use the time stone that we know.
BJ, do you know how Ant-Man can win?
They're gonna shoot an arrow.
Keenan, do you know how Ant-Man can
They're gonna
win?
use an arrow with Ant-Man.
How can Ant-Man beat Thanos?
Thanos.
You don't want to know.
Oh, you want to know?
They can get real small, get it?
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly it, Keenan. But what is his entry point?
Careful with that. Be careful.
It would be better if he just went inside his nostril and got to his brain. Or
Oh,
something.
nostril, that's what we're calling it now. Nostril.
Take out the workings. Take out the workings.
Oh, which one?
Oh, he gonna be in some guts.
He gonna be
alright?
working like.
He gonna be in some guts.
Alright, so is that it for Endgame?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, are we gonna go exclusively to Nipsey? We kind of said a lot of positivity about Nipsey. I do want to speak on the bug that is Kodak Black.
Yeah, and Future too, because Future said some dumb
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm
too.
talking about. I've been doing this for years.
Y'all want the Future first because his is less.
First of all,
offensive.
didn't Future come out saying he doesn't sip leaners? Those dudes half of the stuff that he's been rapping about.
He has
He
said
said
that.
so.
So I'm not gonna pay
He's
attention to that.
So
yeah.
so he's peddling a false narrative that he's a drug addict.
I feel like a lot of rappers right now, it doesn't matter. They're all just trying to do anything for clout.
Well,
to get
what did
attention.
what did Future say?
He was saying-
He compared himself to
okay.
Nipsey.
Future
Yeah.
said
He
there's
compared himself to Nipsey.
yes. He said that exactly. That's what we're talking about.
He said,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, exactly. So he said there's not too many else like us talking to Metro Boomin. And notice how Metro Boomin did not respond to that one publicly. He was like, you're not gonna
You
get
got
involved.
it.
Yeah. Future has done nothing to my knowledge.
I mean, listen to a lot of Future the past 2
I've
days.
never heard Future speak positively on anything.
Like,
Like,
What about
I'm
March Madness? March Madness, right? Didn't he talk about the cops shooting people and stuff like that? Didn't he relate it to that or something like that? Cops shooting black people unjustly? Isn't that what March
He
Madness
said,
was about?
no,
Right,
I'm
tripping.
balling like it's March Madness.
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
think
balling.
that's, yeah.
Cops shooting something like what did he say about the police?
Yeah, if he did say something, it was one line.
That was one
Yeah.
line, yeah.
I don't remember though, but yeah.
I ain't
Okay,
trying to
but
defend
the,
him, though.
the,
The whole
the
song
subject of the song
The whole
is
song was
I'm
not
rich.
about that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm balling like it's March
March
Madness.
Madness.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
the
I remember that.
subject of the entire song.
Yeah.
So Future no, we're not gonna do the whole cancel culture, but Future, shut up.
Be humble.
Take care of your kid first of all.
Exactly.
Kodak Black.
Ignorant.
Out of line.
On a scale from 1 to 10,
Bro.
how disrespectful was
Not
his
only
comments?
that,
Negative
Kodak's been picking at that.
-10, you said it wasn't disrespectful?
Oh, on a scale from 1 to 20.
Okay.
It's way past 20, but
Okay.
Kodak Black has been picking on things like the whole Lil Wayne situation.
What if he does this on purpose, right?
Oh, we
That's
know
what I'm
he's done
saying.
it.
They're all
We're not
agreeing with the
disputing
I feel-
that.
And I feel like people are just like, 6ix9ine can do it. Why the fuck
It
can't
just
I?
backfired on him. Yeah, but my thing is like, how much of a troll are you? Where like this man just lost his life.
Life,
and his family is dealing
But
with
he
this.
knows
You feel
that's
like
gonna
you can
grab
joke about that.
attention.
Like, okay.
He doesn't
And
know.
it did.
He
But
wasn't gonna
look,
grab
it just
attention.
backfired on him though. He's infinite.
You know who
infamous
else
about
is a
that.
troll but does it in a way that it's hilarious or not too much? No. To where it's not so much of like
Offensive
the whole
like that.
culture disagrees with him. 50 Cent.
Yeah.
50 Cent is a big
Yeah, we
ass
know that.
troll.
Big ass bully.
But 50 Cent is not going at Lauren London after Nipsey Hussle
Right,
dies.
right,
50 Cent is not. What else did Kodak Black done?
It was a Lil Wayne thing. It was,
The Lil Wayne
He said
thing-
he was better than
But-
Tupac.
But okay, yeah, that.
And there's
Like, we're
something
not
else
going to that.
too.
Now, the
Besides
Lil Wayne
the
thing,
thing.
even though Lil Wayne is my favorite rapper of all time, I didn't mind that. Like you going at Lil Wayne, you're saying he trash, you're saying he only got 6 dreads now. That's whatever. That's
He went off on his
that was
daughter,
funny. But that, I mean, that's either here or there.
Yo, he went off on T.I.'s son.
his
I didn't
wife
even
and
know
son.
T.I. had. I didn't even know T.I.'s son was
What
like
did he
that.
say about T.I.'s wife?
Ugly ass.
No, about
Oh,
Mayweather.
that's
Mayweather taking her and shit like that.
Okay.
He brought that up.
Still in the ballpark. If you beef with somebody, that's fine. The T.I. is alive, so he can respond. Like, you can still beef with
The
somebody.
stuff he said about
He-
Nipsey was just out of
He
line.
also did say he was like, how you supposed to be a positive man and all that shit, and then you talking about guns and shit like that.
He
said
makes
that
up
about
music.
T.I. But yeah, they gotta realize T.I. got locked up for having all the damn guns when he found out his homeboy died. T.I. was about to be on some straight real murder shit. Be any nigga that ever looked at me like, yeah,
Owes me money.
yeah.
Niggas is dead.
Yeah, Kodak is tripping with that. But did y'all see that? Supposedly he got just snatched off the stage and got jumped by Nipsey or
Nah,
something.
I heard that he tried to jump off. I don't even know.
But they were
if
whooping his
Nipsey
ass
Hussle
though.
came.
They were whooping his
Yeah,
ass.
the security couldn't get to him.
They was whooping
He tried
his
to
ass.
stage dive,
And the
nobody
funny
caught
thing
him.
is, the funny
And-
thing
and
is, his
security. By the time I finished that video, security
The
did not.
funny
get
thing
to
is,
him.
was stupid.
the funny thing about this though, Kodak's Instagram, it says something about stomping or stomp or something.
lost a
like
lot of
that. He got
followers, too.
stepped on. Hold on.
He lost a lot of followers.
I went through my music and I deleted all this shit. I'm not listening. I'm not supporting none of that
The
shit.
radio station did the same thing, though.
Well, in the West,
Well, in
they
LA,
played it over here.
As
They
they
still play
should.
it over
As they
here.
should. Like,
It's a lot of people in LA say he's not allowed. You see him?
oh,
On
for
site.
sure.
Hey, but I've been
so
hearing
weird,
rumors
yeah.
that you said you didn't want to talk about negative stuff, but I heard rumors about that the dude that killed Nip, that they're taking out his family members.
Yeah, but if that's true, that would get national media coverage. I really feel like the way that Nipsey got national media coverage, that would get national. The only way we read that was from memes and stuff. Anybody can say that.
But I mean, I feel like the news is gonna focus more on Nipsey right
Nipsey
now. I
than
don't
that,
think
yeah.
they would
They
really
don't-
talk about this dude's family.
Especially after what he did to
Depends on
Nip.
what channel you're watching. Because Fox News has their own.
Do y'all agree with that?
No, I don't
What,
feel
them
like
killing
this.
his family
No,
members?
I don't, because his family members didn't kill Nipsey. Dude killed Nipsey.
No, I'm
Nah,
not saying
but-
that.
And they're trying to stop violence, so they're gonna do violence with violence.
Violence, yeah. And then that's not what Nipsey stood for
Yeah.
at that point. Maybe at one point. Maybe at one point.
I'm sorry, what?
But I'm saying at one point. Because we all
No,
know.
Nipsey didn't stand for that.
Not-
No, I'm not saying it is.
Because
But,
this is the most,
we gonna be
like,
real.
He was a Crip, but I mean, this Crip was cool with Raji, and Raji's most buddiest
Like I
buddies,
said,
you know, besides the
He
game.
had a song
He was cool with him
that
too.
Fuck your R&B shirts, where your guns at?
I mean, I think Nip was just like other people on like, you know, I rep my gang, but at the same time, like Kendrick always say, I'm a man first, and Nip said that too. Like if it's respect amongst us, what we beefing for? Cause Nip said that in the interview too. This was about a year ago on Hot 97, and he was saying like, you know, we're not born as gangbangers. Like this is something that we come into depending on where you live. And he was like, when you really think about it, when you're a gangbanger and they send you on a mission to go earn your stripes, to go take somebody out, you're gonna pass up somebody else that's like that looks different from you. You're gonna pass up somebody that's wearing glasses that look like he just got off from work. You're gonna look for somebody that looks like you.
Walk, talk,
and
and
that's
act like
and that's who you're gonna go after. And he's like, we really only killing ourselves.
And
Like,
you know,
you know what I'm saying?
if
So-
if the people, not even just the people in LA, and people that was in cliques and gangs and stuff like that, if they were smart and they, you know how they came that one day and just dropped their beat or whatever, and came with that peace treaty. If they were really smart out there in LA, they will all unite and stay that way forever.
I wish.
For the right way that it should be and how it was when they created games to take care of people, black people in the communities, when cops would come up there and just start whooping their ass and shit like that.
seen a
But
post
shit's
there
still just
posted.
going on.
He said, I hope this Nipsey Hussle stuff is
Move
It's
is
a
not
movement,
a
not just a
movement.
moment.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
a lot.
if you ask me how I feel about that dude's family being killed,
I
that's horrible.
I hate
It
to
is
talk
what
this
it
way.
is, 'cause
Exactly.
he took Nipsey, and
I
I
hate
will
to
have a
this.
smile on my face when they put him in the general population, and it says that a couple of Crips murked him in the worst
Yeah.
way.
Look at us, look at
It's
us.
gonna
I
be
would have
that
a
jail.
smile on my face.
But I
Look
guess
at
I
people
play
say rap
zombie,
niggas
yo.
on repeat.
There's gonna be one cop in there that's just gonna be like, you know what? Fuck this nigga.
No, but I disagree.
Get 'em.
I disagree
Get 'em,
with that
boy.
only because this. Again, if Ryan go kill somebody and somebody back to kill you and Ryan, you know,
So
when
we're
Ryan go to
talking about that
jail,
with Ryan.
and Ryan go to jail, like you didn't deserve to die because Ryan went and killed somebody.
That's true.
So that's why I don't agree with the whole.
But you got loose
But
cannons out there
I'm
don't give a fuck.
I'm
No.
gonna
But
talk.
that doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make
That's-
it right.
that's
but-
what I'm saying.
I mean,
So
it
then
doesn't
don't
make
care
it right,
what
but
right
at
or
the
wrong
same time,
is.
this is it's like Charlamagne says, you can't blame somebody for the way that they react. This is something that
Exactly.
you caused, and this is what happens
Yeah.
when you caused.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Still don't make it right.
it's dumb.
But-
It's dumb for you, like people to go in and just like kick down doors, rob people, shit like that. And if you get away with that shit, luckily if you live, because you don't know what somebody has behind that door or whatever. If you get away with that shit, now you gotta look behind your shoulder every fucking
How
day.
long did it take for the cops to get this down? Maybe a couple days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you mean to tell
When
me
you
that
had
y'all
all
were so
Afro.
like pro Nipsey? Why didn't y'all find him before the cops did?
Oh, that's how I felt about it too.
Like
That's
that.
how I said he shouldn't have been able to walk up out of
he
there.
was in the neighborhood, right?
And
That's
pulled
where he
up
was
on-
from.
I agree.
So if y'all wanted smoke that much,
Yeah.
y'all should have delivered his body to the police officer.
Yeah, I do-
Like,
I do
that's
agree
how
with
it
that.
should have been. Like,
But
don't-
you know what though? If you look at the surveillance stuff, like Nipsey was what, with two dudes or whatever?
Yeah.
No,
And
well, his
it was
brother
on
had.
Did somebody like walk inside for a split second and then come back out?
Yeah, his brother explained the reason why the dude was able to leave out of there. It's because like
Nipsey
you know,
just told him you gotta balance. He wasn't expecting
but
that shit
Nip hired like ex-cons to work there, and so trying to give people a job
So they
and
can't
stuff
carry
like
guns.
that, so they can't carry
Yeah.
guns, and that's why he said when he got there, because
They
his
can't.
brother was able to get there like right
There's ways
before
around it.
Nip
There's
had
ways
passed.
around
They
it.
don't want to put that around Nip.
There's ways around
exactly. Like they didn't have no weapons, so
There's
that's
ways
why
around
they couldn't, And plus, like, really, not all of his people were there. Nobody knew Nip. His brother
That's
didn't know
what
he was
I'm
going there.
saying.
His security
That's what I
didn't know he
said.
was
That's
going
what I'm
there.
saying.
But my thing is, if y'all are so bent
I
on
agree.
killing family members, why won't y'all go get the dude? Like, go get him. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but he's already locked up. I know
Well,
what you're
now,
saying,
but
but
it was
before, when
48
that happened,
hours before he was
when that
locked up.
happened, yeah.
It was, and I'm not advocating for killing anybody.
No, you know,
But
thinking
I mean,
about
if you gonna kill
thinking
somebody,
about
kill them
something,
who did it.
thinking about
I agree
something
with
though. People that are about that, I don't know, because YG was quiet for a little minute too. It took a minute for YG to say something. So just saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
And he's
everybody
out there.
mourned and everybody was
he's
out
there in
popping.
LA.
Yeah, but I just hate the fact that if it is true they're killing family members, like those family members read about this shit or heard about it on the news like everybody else. They ain't nothing to do with that.
I mean, we live in an age where everybody has cell phones. I just want to know why, when they arrested him, nobody reported it.
Somebody did. The lady that she
When he was getting arrested?
yeah,
They had
well,
a
not
video?
getting arrested, but they already had him in the car. He
Oh,
was
that's
in the
it.
car. I saw it. I was on Instagram. That's why I even I called you that day when I saw it.
Oh,
I was like, they called him, and then the lady's like, yeah, I work here, and I was like, he sent himself to like a mental.
Oh yeah, they did have no video.
And
She
she's like,
had-
I work here. This is the guy. And,
She was on
and the cop
phone call.
was like, we think
She was
this-
on the phone.
Yeah, the cop
So
was
there wasn't
like,
no video then.
she was on the
said.
phone. She was recording.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, and the cop, she went up to, the cop came up to her and she's like, is that the guy? And she's like, we think it's him, so we're not sure, but yeah. So, and then next thing we know, he's in jail. So.
Jay Prince had actually came out and he was saying the same thing that Larry was saying. He was like, man, we can't allow people like this to get away with shit like this. He was like, he's like, I need the hood and everybody to unite and get together. Like,
Especially
people like
the rolling
this can't
60s.
survive.
Stop
You
it,
was part
especially
of
if
the
he was an
rolling
informant.
60s and you was in Nipset. Yeah, y'all should have
Let
been.
me tell you,
DOA.
police use informants for what they want to use informants for.
We know
Because they're not
They don't care about
protecting
games.
informants like that. Because an informant dies, they got another one. Like they're not really out here standing in front of the informant like, you better not shoot him, buddy. No, it's not like that.
Another reason why I say it's the government and not just black on black crime, which is really still. I got upset when I heard Charlamagne say that we gotta stop saying it's conspiracy theories and shit and.
It's still the radio. They gotta say shit like that.
Yeah, to get attention.
They'll get shut down if if they speak too much truth.
But I think it's government because, like, first of all, like Nips, it's crazy. Like you go back and look at some of the shit that he's talking about, and then like he was like they brought up the thing about the what was it? He was to cure the AIDS thing. That's what the documentary he was talking about. And he's like, yo. He was like, if they kill me for this, y'all better ride for me. Like he knew what was up and shit, and the shit that he got.
And honestly,
he took care of everything that he needed to before he passed. He's like, just in case.
Yeah.
He says that shit in his music, and then the fact that when he came out with "Fuck Donald Trump," they came and raided YG and him, and they made him.
Album was called Victory Lap.
They made
Victory
him,
Lap means I won. I'm just showcasing.
Yeah, they made him edit a fucking song like.
What?
Fuck Donald Trump. And when they first dropped it, he says, and if your ass do when you probably get smoked, nigga. When he says it now in the song, when you go listen to it, and it's on the explicit CD, they edit that shit out.
Well, they
You can't say it.
Yeah, they did edit that
What-
part
what-
out.
So what did they edit out?
The part where they
If your
said that
ass
Donald
do
Trump
win,
wins,
yeah,
because this was they
your
put it
ass will
out when
probably
he
get
was running.
smoked, nigga.
Yeah, that he would probably get
Yep.
smoked if he won.
And what did he say in the new version?
You
And
can't
you
hear
can
it.
hear it.
They edited
Oh, they
the
just
explicit
edited it out.
version of the song.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's why I still think it's government.
But
I mean, I don't think they can make a threat like that.
Yeah, they can't.
It's the president.
They didn't say we're
They
not-
done the same
they
thing
said
to a few
you'll
of Eminem's
probably win.
lyrics too.
Yeah, but that's
whole,
trash.
Columbine situation.
It goes against.
Columbine and him saying about
Yeah.
him his wife not wanting Haley. They edited that out. So he
But
won't
according
sue.
to the Constitution, you can do that.
But I think it's a crime at that point. I think
No, they committed a
It's a
crime
death
because
threat.
them editing it is unconstitutional, according to the Constitution.
But if you're
But, like,
if you got a badge, if you work for the
the
government,
First
obviously you
Amendment
can
has
get away with
limits. Like, you
everything.
can't be on a plane and say bomb. It doesn't work like that.
I'll be honest, I've never really.
Secret
read up too
Service went
much
to
on the
Eminem's
First
house too when
Amendment.
he said that shit about Donald Trump.
You know what I mean? Here, I'll
Secret
pull it up.
Service went to Eminem's house too when he said that shit about Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's just like when NWA may fuck the police.
That's what I was
Police
saying,
can
too.
beat the hell out of us all they want. We can say something back, and all of a sudden we
Oh, yeah, we
can
can't say
investigate us.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like on Fox News, like the conservative outlets have been playing the FBT song all the time. Oh, this is what y'all are glorifying by having a funeral for this guy. He's saying fuck the president and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Barack
Wait,
Obama
what?
wrote a letter.
Yeah, what
That's
happened?
what I'm saying. Like, Obama is co-signing.
Yeah,
People are saying
that's why
fuck the
Nipsey's
president.
the GOAT, bruh. All the things that Nipsey did,
He
and he
got
was a
it, yeah.
Crip, and said, y'all have Stevie Wonder at my funeral, and
And
Stevie
he
Wonder
was-
was at the funeral, and he was dating Lauren London, and he had Snoop Dogg do part of, like, Snoop Dogg was part of his funeral and spoke all them things about him. He made FDT, they investigated him, and Barack Obama wrote him a letter. He's the GOAT.
And he's part
He's
of the
the
Rolling
GOAT.
60s, yeah, in a game.
Yeah,
Come on,
a
bro.
Crip. A
Yeah.
Crip.
Yeah.
And Russell Westbrook scored 20 points.
Yeah.
20 assists.
Yeah.
That's for Nip.
Yeah.
My nigga Nips.
That's for Nip.
You actually like that hoe?
But the Constitution?
Nah, that post.
Oh, this one by Jay Prince? Yeah, I told you I agreed with it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
He said,
Take them all out.
the truth of the matter is this should have never happened. We have to put
Yeah.
a wall and protection around our loved ones to prevent clowns from having access to harm them without serious consequences. In other words, this clown should have never been DOA.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't think Kodak Black will ever go to LA again.
The thing is, he shouldn't be.
He would because
able
he a
to.
parents dummy.
Yeah.
If he goes, he's better. The only way he can make it out of there is like 6'9".
Security?
I
6'9".
can't say that. Only because, not to say that but if it's true gangsters, why does it have to be once you step to LA? Why can't, okay,
But
I
just
got
come
your
out
tour
there.
dates. Where you going?
Because if you're smart, you're not just gonna roll out there. You don't know who he's got with him too. You know Kodak gonna be riding with some people too.
George Zimmerman is still alive.
If you're smart, you're not
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But if
I
you're
think it
smart,
was a
you're not
cop though,
just.
bro.
He was not a cop.
He wasn't a cop. That's
George
not-
Zimmerman is a
He's
regular
a regular
human
person.
being.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's why.
He was a neighborhood
Neighborhood watchman.
cop. Neighborhood cop. Right
That
there.
means they just say, hey, you want to watch over the neighborhood? I sure will. Let me get my gun. That's it.
He was a privileged motherfucker.
Oh, you know it.
But I'm saying though, like, I don't think like people could just go out to where his tour is at and start some shit in a whole nother city that you've never really just been around like that or been there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you wouldn't feel comfortable going out. So now, I'll tell you the truth. Somebody killed Derek. Fuck that. I'm going taking mode. I will find you.
I don't know. Man.
Somebody killed Derek. I'll just do
Investigate Larry. He'd be the one to do it. But real talk though, like, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I feel like with all the music that I've heard,
and it's smarter too.
I've never been a gang member, so I don't know nothing about gang culture. All I know is what I've heard.
Close.
That's all I can talk about. No, not really. But
you made a fucking dumb move.
that was in high school. That dude wasn't real. But honestly though, I just feel like with all the stuff that I've heard in music, like if y'all really supposed to be about something, if they took Nip from you, like I feel like somebody gotta pay for that. Like somebody gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so one of his family members got to pay?
Not his family members, but he should have. And my thing is, like, how is it that everybody says he was a known rat and he was a known snitch, but y'all couldn't find him for like 2 days after he did that? Like, I feel like everybody should have, like, it should have been a green light on him. The whole hood should have found him.
He could have hit out.
That's why I feel there is more to
whose house? Fucking government.
Where you gonna hide? They can't nobody.
They said
nobody
Nipsey
knew.
They said Nipsey got shot in the head, bro. Nipsey got shot.
He kicked him in the head after killing him.
But they said he also got shot too.
Him. Yeah, he did. Like that's
okay, but they were saying also the cops that cops out there in LA were getting trained to kill like fucking military. 4 bodies was shot, 1 in the head. Around that time when Nipsey died.
Well, I mean, if anybody wants to kill somebody, they're gonna shoot him in the head.
But 4 to the body and then 1 to the head like that?
If he got shot in the leg too.
If you just want to kill somebody, you want to kill him.
He was just spraying, trying to get him, and then so it's gonna hit him somewhere. And then he walked up on him a couple of times. But it's just, I don't know, man.
Like I said, he just got out of jail. I don't care what type of beef it is. If you're smart, you're not just gonna put yourself in a situation.
Smart. You kill somebody in daylight, in broad daylight. That's not smart. It could have been a drive-by and not
fucking, what's his name now?
And the thing is, but like, how do you just get out of jail and like
you ready to go back for life? You ready to go back for life?
Yeah, like how smart it like
over some beef
like,
shit.
He's not smart, but it just seems like there's more to it.
Yeah, there's more to it. So I think, in my opinion, to summarize this whole is if it's a conspiracy or not. Which is who knows? Who knows?
We really don't know. It's 50-50 at this point.
Who knows?
I feel like.
How can you confirm that it's not?
I feel like with everything that's coming out,
the whole story.
There's nothing wrong with Keenan not thinking it's a conspiracy.
We have the whole story.
But we don't have the whole story though. Like, okay, so if we have the whole story,
I have to deal with the whole government. Though.
Yeah, if we have the whole story, answer these questions for me. How is he able to afford that lawyer? How is he able to?
Because a lot of them are pro bono.
How do he have $800,000 in the bank account? If he's too busy trying to hang around with Nipsey and stuff like that, how does he have $800,000 in his bank account? What are you doing with your life?
And why haven't
to where you have $800,000? If I have $800,000 in my account, I'm not hanging around with I don't care what you're doing
But
with.
he's not smart though.
But regardless of, I feel like
there's witnesses.
I feel like with somebody with that type, I feel like with somebody with that type of money and that's hanging around Nipsey, we would have known about him.
If he don't get away with this.
Why not? I mean, he's got money. I'm pretty sure he would have been a big artist too. Would it making that type of bread?
What if he doesn't rap?
He probably did something
He
big.
a gangster. He make a lot of rap. Not every gangster.
Making, but usually we hear about a lot of big. Okay, so then what else he's doing to make that money if he's a gangster?
Drugs.
Exactly, and big drug dealers. We heard about them. Am I wrong or right?
If you hear about them, they go away.
Yeah. and also too, also like you know Nip's friend that they had on camera with the cowboy hat. He was saying that they were shaking hands and the dude was telling Nipsey that he's a rapper and stuff like that. The way he said that was as if Nipsey had never met the guy before. But there's
a picture
like
of
something's not adding up about this story. But
so I'm just saying, it's a possibility. I mean, it's probably more of a possibility that it's not a conspiracy theory, but I just can't rule that out completely.
Yeah.
Only to say this: if somebody were to kill Snoop, I wouldn't be thinking it's a conspiracy theory. I would think, somebody's hating, whatever. Somebody killed 50 Cent, somebody's petty, somebody's assault, or anything like that. But the most, from when he died, so many people on my timeline had pictures with this guy.
Yeah.
interactions with him that was perfect. How many jobs this guy promoted? Just you killed the most humanitarian
But the guy-
rapper
he's been in
influential
jail,
in
though.
all of the rappers.
But I think I'm agreeing with Keenan. The guy that killed him has been in jail, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he knew Nipsey back when Nipsey wasn't the Nipsey we know today. And
Yeah,
maybe
Nipsey was always this
Black
yeah.
Sam went
But
to
then-
jail. Went to jail because of this guy. He snitched on him. You know what I'm
The
saying?
thing is, like, so why would Nipsey's friends say that he just got done shaking our hands if this is the person that put his brother in jail?
And that's why
would
Nipsey told him
shake
you gotta
his hand?
bounce. You can't be
Yeah.
around us.
Like,
That's
why
what
would he
Nipsey
shake his
said.
hand, but then be like, you gotta leave?
Yeah.
It doesn't add up.
And then also, something I was gonna say.
I mean, you can shake hands with people you don't like. I do it at work.
You at work.
Yeah, true, but yeah.
But imagine if you didn't have
Being
to.
cordial. Just being
Imagine
a
if you didn't have to.
So
Imagine if
y'all
you
don't think
owned
there's
the
any
block.
foul play involved at all?
I don't think so.
No, but
I mean,
imagine
for-
if you
here's
owned the
here's
block though,
Here's my
BJ.
hypothesis. To be honest, because when old boy, I was saying Eric Holder, when he got arrested, the police were hesitant to say what his reasoning was as his motive to kill Nipsey.
Because they're trying to make up the rest of the story.
No, I think, in my opinion, I think that they didn't want Nipsey's legacy to be tarnished by
The
whatever.
police?
Yeah,
Hell no.
because the police like Nipsey.
They
Not
might have
all of
liked
them.
him.
Not all of them.
But I mean,
They do like him.
he
I
still
don't think
has
all of
lyrics to where he said, "LAPD, get the fuck off my dick."
Yeah,
So
and
it's,
they-
it still don't mean.
And they
So
wouldn't
I
raid
think
his
this
house.
might-
They wouldn't raid
I'm
his
not saying
block
I know
all the
everything,
time.
obviously. I don't
They
know.
wouldn't
You
raid
see how
his
much
block
protection
store.
he had for the thing they did right here, the memorial in Houston.
Yeah.
They had so
And
much
they did it in
protection out
Dallas.
there.
They did it in Dallas.
Because
They did it in
Nipsey's
Dallas.
already dead.
Yeah, he's already viewed as okay.
Okay, everybody that died don't get that protection. According to your point, he's already dead. But if that was your point, the people who died, they would get protection like that all the time. But that don't happen.
But where's another celebrity funeral you seen?
Michael Jackson.
Ronald Reagan.
And you better believe yes.
I wouldn't have watched that. Ronald Reagan was the devil. He got 3 names, all of them got 6 letters.
So do I. So
Whoa, whoa!
Podcast over.
Eric,
These motherfuckers right. Coming. Get him out of here.
I've been knowing my whole life though. So it don't matter.
Y'all know I'm cutting all of this.
Hey, she know we doing a podcast?
Well, you better stop.
Hey, it's about time you leave and go have a concert with you or something like that, man. You gotta do this every episode. You hear me? And then, it's about time BJ leave and go get the cops after him or something like that.
Yeah. I edited part of that. I still need to post it.
Make sure you post. Make sure you.
I just had Endgame.
Make sure
I
you.
wanted to talk about D Wade because
I'm with that.
you
Let's
know
do it.
I didn't like the fact that homeboy from the Celtics, what's his name?
He's garbage.
Let's say one thing.
Garbage.
Hold on.
He's garbage.
One thing.
He's garbage. He's garbage.
The fact that he said homeboy from the Celtics, that should put it in perspective. That should put it in perspective.
Bro, I can't
The
believe.
fact that he said
I
homeboy
can't
from the
believe
Celtics.
that he was trying to aim at D Wade.
I'm not- Paul
he didn't
Pierce
make
don't
any
know how to
points
play.
on
So-
his last game before
So-
he went out.
So you
Like,
drafted?
bro.
Who you drafting? Paul.
No,
Pierce?
I'm not saying that he's. I'm
Who you
saying.
drafting? Paul
I'm
Pierce or
saying-
Dwayne Wade?
I'm saying.
Answer the question.
Paul Pierce is gonna be in the Hall of
Hey,
Fame.
Who you
but he's
drafting?
not- he
Paul
was not
Pierce or
better-
Dwayne
He
Wade?
was not better.
How many
than-
rings
Okay,
did Paul
thank you.
Pierce have?
One.
One.
How
In
many did D
2008.
Wade have?
But oh, that's
Three.
another. That's controversial now. That's
How?
controversial. That's
How?
controversial.
How?
Who was on Dwayne Wade's team all 3 times?
I don't give a damn. He got
Shaq,
more.
LeBron.
He got
Who was the
more.
star player all 3 times?
He got more.
The first one.
The first one.
was D Wade.
It was a
Dwayne
But he
Wade
did
won
have
Finals
Shaq.
MVP. So on
So
Paul
one.
Pierce, okay. Who was on Paul Pierce's team when he won?
That's also
Yeah.
Paul Pierce.
Kevin
and
Garnett,
Pierce is not
Ray
as
Allen,
athletic as
Ray
D
Sean
Wade,
Rondo.
bro.
I'm just saying.
Who's
I'm just saying
considered
when people
a
say
top
Dwayne Wade
3
had-
coach in the
just-
league
you have
right
to
now?
remember who was on the team.
Name the top
That's
3
fact.
coaches in the league right now.
Right
I'll
now?
give you 1 and 2.
Coach of the year,
Greg
the Bucks.
Popovich,
The Bucks won Coach
Doc
of the Year.
Rivers.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I say that.
And Mike D'Antoni, baby.
Anyway.
Let's go Rockets,
I don't
baby.
know if I
Let's go Rockets, baby.
Didn't Mike
Like
D'Antoni
out of all
get
these,
fired?
look,
Everywhere.
out of all the time that he was doing all these interviews and shit like that, and then like you want to wait till the man comes out and says he's retiring and shit.
He's just
now
a
you wanna
hater.
talk some
He's
shit?
just a hater, bro.
Like, bro,
But I mean,
get his ass
but
out.
no. Think about it. This is what,
For real.
but in his defense, I'm not agreeing with the brother.
What did Draymond tell him?
I don't know.
What did Draymond
They
tell
don't
him?
love you.
What did Draymond tell
What
him?
did he say?
So you don't know what Draymond Draymond told him.
tripping,
So
man.
Paul Pierce was playing for the Clippers, and this is his last year. And he told him, he said, "You trying to get that farewell tour like Kobe? They don't love you like that, bro. Sit your ass down." Facts. I hate Draymond. That is the most factual statement he's ever said. You are not considered as
Don't love you
Kobe.
like that,
But top 3 shooting guards of all time. Name them. Jordan, Kobe, and who else?
That's what Paul Pierce was mad about.
Jordan, Kobe, and who else?
He already get his ass out of here. What is he
Kobe.
mad about?
Wayne.
How many times? Who talks?
Wayne.
Who talks about him like that though? Unless you live out there. in
Dwayne
Boston.
Wade is a top 3 point guard of all time.
Oh, you said point guard, yeah.
I mean, shooting guard. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Top 2 shooting guard of all time. He's right after Jordan and Kobe.
He's
That's it.
way
And that's
better
why
than
Paul
Paul
Pierce-
Pierce. He's way better than him though. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
he's
saying why he was
pretty
mad.
sure-
I'm not saying I agree.
Who is the greatest Heat player of all time?
The greatest Heat player of all
Greatest
time?
Heat player of all time.
Goddamn
James
right.
only there for 4 years,
LeBron
so I
James.
feel like you can't name him that.
Goddamn right.
LeBron James.
Goddamn right.
I mean,
Okay, and I'm a LeBron fan, so if you want to say LeBron fan, that's great. Who's the greatest Heat player of all time in your opinion?
in that franchise, like
In that franchise.
it has to be Wade.
Has to be Dwayne
LeBron-
Wade.
LeBron
Who's
was
the
there when
greatest
he visited.
Celtic of all time? Larry Bird,
Yeah.
Bill Russell, anybody. Kendrick
Yeah.
Perkins. Like,
KG.
it's not gonna be.
Paul is way
Pierce.
down there on the
I mean, he's up there, but he's not.
He is not.
Bro,
Did
he's
y'all
not.
see the
He
stats?
is. He played pretty much
Did
his
y'all
whole
see the
career.
stats from like
He's not
their
up
last games compared to each
Yeah, I
other?
seen
Yeah,
zeros and
25,
Like, and
19.
you want to come out and talk, bro?
Boy, what?
You want to come out and talk?
I could have went out
Hush
there
your
and
mouth.
call
Wait.
See, that was an insult.
I said Kenan better than Paul Pierce.
I'm like, look at that, Paul.
It was one more thing I wanted to bring up.
He could have got a rebound at
with
least.
Magic,
Like, what were you doing?
with Magic Legion too.
Okay.
Magic was that one gift where that dude is like,
He disintegrates.
you know what's gonna happen, right? LeBron gonna go to another team and Magic gonna go too.
No, I don't. No, LeBron's playing in LA.
Bring LeBron to Houston.
I-
I will become a Rocket fan. Bring him
What
to
do you
Houston.
mean?
Bring him to
Where
Houston.
have you been?
Bring him to Houston. Bring him to
I ain't gonna lie,
Houston.
if LeBron coming to the Houston Rockets, I'm a season ticket holder.
Boy.
We all need some tickets.
Wow.
I'm selling my soul.
Let's go.
Let's go in.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bro. Either that or we all get together every time they have a game. Just watch it. Like,
Facts. Big facts. Because we can watch them for free.
There's a
Yeah,
game
facts.
tonight, 7:30.
LeBron.
But I do gotta
Where are
say,
y'all from?
I do gotta say, I do hope
LeBron
the
came
Houston
to
Rockets
Texas,
take it
man.
all. I hope
became
the
a Houston
Houston Rockets take it all. LeBron's not in the finals. I hope
Chris.
Houston takes it.
How
I
are the
hope Houston
Astros
takes it.
doing?
I hope the Rockets
We
tear
have
the
to go so
Warriors
far.
ass up.
How many
I hope
wins
the
they got
Rockets
so
tear the
far?
Oh, yeah,
Warriors
all
up.
that, but I
I
know
hope
they've
so,
been
too.
doing
I don't see how that's possible.
The Clippers almost beat them yesterday. Well, they didn't almost, but the first 3 quarters they did pretty good.
So let's talk about
KD got
Stephen
Magic
Curry played
Johnson.
better in the fourth quarter.
so how disrespectful was it on a scale from 1 to 10?
all right.
Was it for Magic to quit in front of a camera without telling his boss, his co-workers, or the employees?
Magic gave no fucks.
Man, I'm Magic Johnson. I don't need all this.
Hey, that's my number one topic, by the way.
You like that?
But he said he wanted to go. You know,
Without damaging the relationship of the owner.
Nigga, you quit without telling her. How's that not damaging the
That's pretty
relationship?
not only just that, he said he
That
wanted to
is
spend more
pretty
time with
damaging.
family and also, you know, spend time with other players and shit. Like, he
Yeah,
didn't-
and I get that. I agree with that. He
So I
wants.
think that, yeah.
Magic-
There's
Magic
gotta
is a
be more
people's
to it.
person.
You
No,
were a
I
Hall
know.
of Famer
But let me
for
tell you
the
what it is.
Lakers. Arguably, their third best player in history
Look
for
at
the
Jordan,
Lakers.
though. Look
I
at
can tell
Jordan.
you exactly what it is.
Look at Jordan. Jordan ain't doing shit.
Oh, Jordan, but he's still.
But he got
but
shoes. He got so much.
He's
He
got
owns
the-
a
he owns
team.
the
But
team.
He owns a
He
team.
owns
One
a
of
team.
them.
The team from his
They're
hometown.
getting better, but
But you also
They
look
were
at it like
ass
this.
a while ago.
Magic Johnson wanted to fire Luke Walton back in February. Jeannie Buss, who loves Luke Walton, told him no. Rob Pelinka is the GM for the Lakers.
Yeah, I know.
Half of the NBA players hate Rob Pelinka. Why? Because he stole something from them at some point in time. Magic Johnson's like, yo, they like me, they hate him. He's making issues harder for me because I'm trying to do trades and deals, and everybody like, we're not talking to him, we only want to talk to you. Well, I don't have a partner in that sense, so he won't get rid of Rob Pelinka. Jeannie Buss told him no. If I give you a job as a manager and Keenan and Chris work for you, and you come to me, yo, Keenan and Chris ain't working, so you better not fire him. What are you supposed to do? I'm like, okay, I'm a manager. If I'm saying they're not working, I'll talk to them.
What am I here for?
Like, then I might as well not be a manager. I might as well be a regular ass employee, just sitting here with a title. You want me to win,
But you're gonna go off another employee though?
So what?
You're gonna go off another employee to fire somebody? If they say they ain't working?
If he's a manager,
Yeah, the manager
it's not a
is
situation.
yeah.
If you work for BJ and you come to me as the owner and say, yo, these dudes ain't working, I almost said it.
You see how he be talking at work,
I
bro?
almost said it. Let's not post
Hell no, they ain't moving with no special. They ain't moving with no special.
Look, y'all, I'm leasing connoisseur. I'm not going to.
They ain't paid the rent 4 months.
Oh, you ain't paying rent 4 months. You out of here.
Out of there.
I'm not going to do it. I'm pissed off at that point. Don't move, man. Don't
The
move.
jig stops here.
No, it's so as a manager, if you didn't allow him to do he's president of basketball operations. That means every operation that involves basketball, he's president. So how is he not able to fire 2 people that was causing an issue with the team?
Yeah.
So if you tell him, oh, I don't want you to do this, but I want you to win, but you got to win with the garbage I put in your pocket. Nigga, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's
All right,
like
so,
LeBron and the Cavs. Go get us a championship, LeBron. Who I'm playing with? Nobody.
Yeah.
Now we gotta remember now, Jim Buss died and he left the team to Jeannie. And
Okay.
She doesn't necessarily know basketball like that.
But
So that's
she
the
knows
original-
relations.
That's a fact.
Like, how do you not know relations? You don't have to know basketball to know, hey, I'm president. This guy that works under me is not working with me.
That's a fact.
I want to fire him.
I don't know.
Actually,
That's
it's not
original.
even if he's president of basketball operations, him bringing that to Jeannie Buss was
a courtesy.
a courtesy.
Yeah.
He does not have to do that. But he did because it was her organization.
Yeah.
But he's president. He can say, yo, I don't want him there, he's gone. Lakers fired Luke Walton.
But that
he
means,
did
that means they must be buddy. Jeannie and Rob must be buddy.
Then all of them are.
They gotta be.
And the
That's
same
all they
reason
want.
with him and her too.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I love her, she loves me. This is what happens. They're all that way. But at the end of the day, you and I can be best friends, BJ. But if you and I go into business together and business isn't working out, I gotta come to you like, yo, this ain't working.
For the business.
It's
It's
serious.
It's like
You know?
Magic did that out of respect and realized that she didn't respect him enough to do what needed to be
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
And she doesn't want to be the one to make that call. She wants to win with Rob Pelinka. You know who else has that issue? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones wants to win, but he wants to win with the people that he wants to win with.
Yeah.
Like, I love Romo. He stuck Romo so long as I want to win a championship with Romo. He had Dez Bryant so on. You know, I'm a huge Dez Bryant fan. But after Dak left, it was no longer a Dez friendly offense. So it's like, okay, Dez can go somewhere else. Like, I want to win with Dez Bryant. I want to win with Dak Prescott, even though there may be better options available. No, you have to win with what's best. If your emotions are going to be involved in it, then you shouldn't be an owner.
I think we should end the podcast here.
Hey, but I'm sorry to go
Nah,
back
we're
to
done.
the Nipsey stuff. I'm sorry to go back to the Nipsey stuff, but even also at the funeral, Black Sam was like, you know, he was talking, he's like, it's got to be more to this.
When Black Sam said that, I think he was talking more about God's plan. I think that God has a bigger plan for Nipsey in heaven. I think that's what he meant for Nip to die after. Because everybody's looking at it the same way. All the
If
things
I
that
died
Nipsey
today,
accomplished.
I made the same.
Yeah, it's not just everything Nipsey did, it's how hard he worked to get there. You know what I mean? And then for him to die, and it seems like he barely got to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like Victory Lap is not even a year old. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
And
like
he been working
his next.
career
I
for
feel like
that.
his next album was gonna be like the top album of like. I think it would have been the top album of hip hop.
I wonder if he was working on something already.
Pretty sure.
I think
he
he
was.
was.
He
He
was.
was.
They're probably
He
supposed to have
was,
a
yeah.
joint,
probably release
joint project.
Yeah.
They'll probably release.
Yeah, they should release.
I thought him and
something.
Meek Mill was supposed to have a
I
joint
want them to
project.
do a
I think so.
movie. I want them to do a movie with about Nip too.
Oh,
But they were trying to get.
They gotta do a movie. They gotta do
his
a
brother
documentary
got a
about his
plan.
brother.
Yes,
His
but
brother
no,
got a
they're
plan.
trying to get somebody else that don't even look like Nipsey.
No, they gotta get his
stupid
brother to do
shit.
it.
I don't think they should get his brother.
They had
In my
to.
opinion.
They do look similar.
But they do need to get somebody that looks
Even if
They
they
gotta
I
get
don't,
know his brother does.
even
but
if they
His brother
don't,
needs a documentary.
I think his brother needs to be present while they make the
even
movie.
if, even if they don't,
Yeah, I hate when they do that, make a movie about some people.
And they don't even-
It don't involve the people
Yeah,
closest
but
to
wait.
him.
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
if they
Tupac
don't,
movie,
they still
nobody
don't
with
have the
Tupac.
powers to do
Oh, I
that
read
without
this.
Fast and Furious. When they did the computer thing about what's his name that passed away?
Yeah, I don't think his brother should plan, but I think his brother definitely should be present.
They gonna hold a casting for someone else. I'm sure there's someone else that looks like him.
Yeah, I had retweeted this. Somebody said Nipsey telling the story. It's a video. Nipsey telling the story of how his brother buried $250,000 of drug money at his mom's backyard
and it all
when he
mold.
was just 15. Nipsey was 15. His brother was 18. That's what he talks about on.
I like
What song is it? Is it Young Niggas or Make a Million While You're Young? He raps about it on Victory Lap. Maybe it was on the track Victory Lap. But then another dude said Black Sam, his brother, needs a documentary ASAP. $250,000 of cash at 18. Shootouts with the LAPD, survived and still beat the case. Paid off $1 million bond by yourself, lost it all, and came up with the Marathon Clothing Line project.
There's two more things I want to say on that.
I didn't know that. That's
About
crazy.
all this, one was like we know for sure it's government. If Nick Cannon does finish his documentary and something happens to Nick
What
Cannon,
now, Keenan?
yeah,
I don't know. Y'all. I guess I have an unpopular opinion. The whole Dr. Seabees everything. He wasn't a doctor, man.
He wasn't a doctor, but
because
doctor was
he
the
found
title.
out it was a cure.
Doctor was
It's
the
a lot of
title.
doctors that we call doctors.
Yeah,
But I mean,
What about that gynecologist report? Remember that?
That's
Oh,
true. But I
okay.
mean, it's
No.
like he found a cure to AIDS with herbs.
He did like that.
Who gives a shit?
That's impossible. AIDS is a virus.
I'm saying,
How do
We
you
don't
know
know that.
Are you working on it?
No, hold on, time out. Maybe BJ knows some biologicals. Explain to us how it's impossible, Bert.
cause he's saying herbs can't cure.
Not a virus. Like,
Where did you learn that?
How do you know that?
Who told you?
That's
I mean,
not
okay,
true
so-
because they're using that shit as medical shit for
For
weed. Yeah.
Herbs is popular.
but
Where
we-
you
we
been at for
can't
the last century?
The government trying to
Like,
say
herbs is blowing up like crazy
Yeah.
right now. Herbs are blowing up.
What herb cures?
All I know
What
is
herbs
there's
cures
a
virus?
lot
We
of
don't know.
people-
Dr. Savvy knows.
Here's
know,
virus.
There are
A lot of the
people
viruses
that-
you don't have anything on.
The
Herpes is a
documentary
virus.
hasn't came
There's
out
no
yet.
cure.
The documentary hasn't
Apparently, if
came out
only
yet.
one person figured out the cure, that is the worst.
And
for the
that's
rest of
another
the
thing.
world.
That's why Nipsey was saying, why haven't we?
If he
The
figured
rest
out
of the
how to
world
get
is
rich.
too busy either benefiting off of the money they get from the medicine that
Which
people
they
use,
said that.
or they're buying the
Nipsey
medicine.
said that.
That's what
Nipsey
I'm
said
saying.
It doesn't make sense.
You're gonna act like this doesn't exist.
It doesn't
You're
make
gonna
sense.
act like Hydra didn't take over S.H.I.E.L.D. You're gonna act like the Winter Soldier didn't kill Tony Stark.
I'm saying.
Conspiracy?
I think so.
Let's say he didn't,
Okay.
let's say he didn't find the cure for it. What he would have been rich himself.
Do you think he wanted money that way?
Have you ever watched the documentaries?
He wasn't
watched
that
some
type
of
of
it.
person. He cared more about the people than he cared about
Yeah.
wealth.
But
Not
no,
to miss-
But
okay.
the people he
Nipsey's rich
cured,
as
where are they at?
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
Magic
all
Johnson.
dead.
It's living.
It's
He
like,
had
Brought
HIV
all the people
30
to
years
court.
ago.
No, you know what I do say?
Where are
There's a
they?
white man that
I
fucked
heard
him
the
up and
story.
said,
That was like 30 years ago. They probably dead now.
where are the
fucked up
people
shit.
who were in the court? Where are the people
Probably
he brought
died.
back? Where are the families? Like, it's
Dead.
all. The only thing he won the
What
court
did
case
Will
for.
Smith say in I Am Legend? They're dead. They're all dead.
It's, I don't know. It's all a bunch of misconceptions, yo. The only court case
None of that makes sense,
that
huh?
he made, that he
That's
won.
what we're saying about the
No, I'm saying it's all the social media sharing and stuff. What the court case he won was
Nip
because
said it
he didn't
his
legally say that
goddamn
he
self,
diagnosed
bro.
people.
Nip said it his goddamn self. Why are we not talking about this man that has a fucking cure for this shit? Okay?
Because it wasn't
the documentary's not fucking out yet.
That
Wait
doesn't
on
make
it.
sense. He
They
died
can't
with
gonna
10
pay
years.
this
You think
ago.
Nip will put all this work and effort into some
And
some
that's some
scare
bullshit.
motherfucker?
I think this is what I think. I
Money
think
into it to make a whole movie by himself about one guy. You think it was just?
but that's easy to do if you don't know anything about AIDS.
You think he didn't sit down and
A
talk?
rolling
with
I'm sure he did his
60.
research.
Rolling
I'm sure he
60.
did some.
Somebody
I
else
saw
did.
more research than you did.
According to Dr. Sebi,
Where's Nip's family from?
didn't he cure people?
Yeah.
That's what he said. But where are the people?
And then proved it in court in front of a judge multiple times.
And the fact
But he
that
didn't,
the fact
though.
that Nip's family is
He
from
didn't.
somewhere
What he
from
That's
proved
why-
is that he used herbs, and that's why they couldn't
No, he
arrest
couldn't
him
prove it.
because
They
he was
did
using
tests.
he wasn't using actual medicine.
They did test.
No, they
What
didn't.
the
They did it.
documentary
and they
I
couldn't-
watched where he was talking about it, it was another guy. It was him and another guy in front of him. He explained it. Word
I
for
know what
word.
you're talking about.
What
the doctor.
happened in the
yeah,
court?
yeah.
Courtroom. He said he had to bring results and then bring them back.
Where he
with
was
no-
naming Oprah Winfrey,
But
he's
then
like
they
all
had-
these other black rich people that have the money and stuff like that, but they don't want to get involved into it because there's certain things about it. I know what you're talking about.
No, but I'm saying for you to claim something, that's one thing. You can do that anywhere.
Right.
But in America, if you claim it, we have to prove it. If you're gonna,
Right.
if you're gonna
Take a
market
test
it,
before
and
and
they
then
tested it and
test
it didn't work.
No, that's not
He
what I
did
said.
it. He did it. He did it himself.
trying to
It
say
worked.
something.
He did it again. It worked. But when they tried to do it, it
That's
didn't
what
work.
They can,
Well,
yeah, but
I've
they can,
seen
they
the
can
judge
take that shit
test
up and say, oh, you know what, it's not facts.
'Cause he doesn't have
We don't want
But
the
they
shit.
did.
But if they knew if worked twice and then somebody else does it,
Now, BJ,
they don't
imagine.
want the shit to
No,
come
that's not how it
out.
works.
They don't want
Now,
The
the
BJ,
same
shit.
person can do it over and over
BJ,
again.
imagine if
One
you
scientist
was
has
That's
to
what I'm
test,
saying,
another scientist
BJ.
has to
That's what I'm
test. That's how it
saying.
works.
That's what I'm saying. They don't
The
want it to
different
be
one has to do it. It has to be testable and verifiable. That's how science
I'm
works.
gonna send you the video that I seen because that's what he said he did exactly.
I mean, it's public records. Y'all can look it up. That's why he can't be called a doctor.
Well, you have to go to school to be called a doctor. But who cares?
That's part of it.
I'll take you on.
But it's already a norm that he calls himself a doctor if he's not even a doctor. That's like strike one.
scrap metal.
Well, I call myself a psychologist, but
Hey.
I didn't go to school to be a
Optimus
psychologist.
Prime.
Psychologist,
That's
though.
strike one.
Douche.
I know people. I know people that say they're the best player on the team.
Alright, I'm ending this right here.
Alright, yeah, I think this was a good podcast.
Welcome
Keenan said he's the best player on the team.
I'm gonna
I think we should
airdrop
get
this.
into that right now.
Should I airdrop this
What
to
is
you?
that shit called?
Do you
You
have?
got an iPhone? Oh, you want me to email it?
Why you gonna play me like?
What's that shit called? What's that shit called?
I'll airdrop it to his laptop. This is a Mac. Oh, that's
How long does
What's
it
that
take
shit
to
called?
airdrop?
You can keep it. Was like you got an iPhone.
seconds.
How?
What's a
That's
podcast?
easy, right?
Bro, iPhone is
Ask Kate.
amazing.
Get off shit.
What's our
I
issue?
mean, what's
And that's a wrap for new
Android
issue.
don't
My
know
name is
about
Ry
airdrop.
Reezy.
Airdrop.
This is
My
Dollar
kid was talking
Bill.
about that
This is
yesterday.
Bruce. Chris Juice.
Seconds, bro.
We got
No
replay
matter
and
how
we got
many-
legend in the motherfucking house. He's off the screen right
I'm
now.
Keenan,
But he's up there you go.
alright?
Keenan. There you go. It's a motherfucking wrap.
And I'm Derek.
And I'm
Whoa.
me.
I'm Kentucky Kenny.
No, you're not. Keenan's the devil.
Look at this button. You see this button right here?
Boy, what you? Oh.
So
Y'all
this video
delete.
we recorded was on your
To
laptop.
share what's yeah.
Okay.
And I was just trying to find somebody with
And you have to get on his Wi-Fi?
so right now it can send to my phone within seconds. Right now.
Within
The whole thing.
Head ass, boy.
But does your phone have space?
Did you record it this time?
That's how the government works.
I don't want to put it on my phone because it's
You're
gonna
in
take a lot
tall
of
space, right? How big is the file?
Dread.
Who knows?
Run from it.
I need to learn this.
Dread.
You need a
Braid it.
iPhone.
Fade it.
I'm sure Samsung will come up with
Wash
an
it.
alternative.
No, they're not. They haven't. They
The only
had a
thing they
chance.
came
Your
up
hair
with
is
was
mine.
that side screen shit, which ain't nothing big about that.
Nobody even does it.
But
Like,
y'all's
it just
camera is
sent to
pretty
my
good.
phone right now. It just vibrated. That's it right there.
How do you check the details?
Well, I'm cutting the camera off.
Alright.